let's roll and alternatively rock.
Yeah.
It appears we're live.
That's exciting. What do you want to talk about, Glidus?
I want to talk about how live we are.
Well, I want to go on a journey.
What kind of journey?
I want to circumnavigate the globe.
How long are you affording us to do this sort of thing?
Oh, I don't know. How long is the stream?
About the same length as a piece of string, roundabout.
Right. Well, get some string because we are going to discuss. Don't laugh at my segue.
No, it's pretty good.
So we're going to talk about all the weird Song of Ice and Fire book covers, because as it turns out, there's a lot of.
There are so many languages in the world. It turns out.
For instance, there's Estonian, and Finnish.
The Finnish ones.
And German. And all these different countries.
There's a lot of different German ones, actually.
There's Hebrew.
Hebrew? How you going? Have you had a good day?
So we're going to talk about all these covers and which ones we like. And
which ones we think are silly.
A lot of them are silly.
Many of them are so silly.
Yeah. So I'm excited. Look at this one. What is that one?
We'll talk about it later, I guess.
Talk about it. Are you excited? Oh,
I'm
mic's
so excited. Your mic's off?
Someone says my mic isn't working.
The audio source isn't...
How? It's working in OBS.
I think Swift's mic is off. That doesn't make any sense.
Everything appears to be... Is chat lying to us?
I doubt it. There's so many people saying it.
Well, okay, it's got to be an OBS problem, right?
Is it mixed down to mono?
Yeah, no, this is the problem. Because that's in the other...
Do you want me to put it in there?
Yeah.
Okay, hang on. Do you want to mute OBS so this doesn't break everyone's ears?
1 second.
How about now?
What about now? Oh, God.
We did it.
You hear us? We should be back. Okay.
Although we could just do the whole stream with you sounding like far in the distance.
I'll just play your like internal monologue. I'll play your conscience.
Can you go back to the other thumbnail, the Shireen image, because that was so much. I just want to keep that on screen as long as possible.
This is the alternate video thumbnail that we were going to use.
Unfortunately, the art it's too small to show up on a thumbnail.
Shireen just wants to show off her favorite manga.
And Dave over there isn't. He's like, oh, okay, I'm willing to give this a shot.
Like any boomer, he's trying his best to pretend to be interested in Japanese cartoons. I'm sure someone's written like a fanfic AU about like, Shireen being an adorkable teenager and Davos being her adoptive father figure who, helps her get a job at In and Out or whatever,
Five Guys,
for sure. So we're going to talk about...
If that doesn't exist, it's about to.
Yeah, so someone's writing that as we speak, I'm sure.
Japan.
Look at that.
Look at that one.
So this is the Japanese book one Game of Thrones book.
It's chopped up into a few different, what would you say, volumes. But this is the first one, and it's so cool, I think.
What is all this stuff in John's cloak? What even is that meant to be?
Those are the alien starfish invading Castle Black. Or is that supposed to be Winterfell in the background?
Because there's so much like weird plants.
Yeah, what is going on
desert
there?
alien plants. And it looks so wonderful and magical. I don't think it has anything to do with John, really. It's gorgeous though, isn't it? It's like blueberries. I mean...
Delicious.
Like blue winter roses, right?
Yeah.
R plus L equals J confirmed?
Do you really think we're going to get confirmation of that in... I love Ghost here so much. Look at him just... He is staring you down.
Ghost looks quite freaky.
Which is good. I think Ghost should look freaky.
They fucked up Longclaw. If that's meant to be Longclaw, why is there a blue stone?
F tier.
Yeah, instant F tier.
No, this is awesome.
Yeah.
I love depictions of Jon Snow as an emo sad boy.
Yeah, and he also looks like a kid, which is what he's meant to be.
Yeah.
So,
It reminds me a lot of Sasuke here, which I know some people are going to be mad about. And move on to the next Japanese manga. Okay. So hold on, Susan. So, yeah.
All right, we don't want to get demonetized, so that can go there.
Yeah. I don't know how much length we can discuss that one at for obvious reasons.
Yeah, okay. I think, unfortunately, due to stupid YouTube rules, we actually have to just skip that one,
Yeah, but
which is
I
dumb.
mean, we can speak on like that trend in art as we go further on into this endeavor around the world of artists depicting one particular character one particular way.
Yeah, that's true, because, Daenerys is sexualized in a lot of these covers.
I mean, she's sexualized in the books.
Yeah, and she's so young in the books.
And feeling uncomfortable with that is perfectly good. Arya.
Yeah, this is one of my faves.
Yeah?
The artist, by the way, is Noriko Meguro, I believe.
That's what it says down there, yeah.
That's what it says, and it must be true.
I don't know. I did my best to source.
Yeah, Glidus did a lot of work. We literally have a folder of like 300 different Song of Ice and Fire book covers, like from everywhere from like Hungary to Finland to Estonia to...
Those are all European countries.
Yeah, that's not very far, is it? And even beyond the Balkans, there are even further countries. And this is one of my faves. Arya is looking so badass and adventurous. And also so like dirty and like she's been traveling and it exactly fits the vibe of what's going on in book 2 with Arya.
It really feels like the artist actually read the books.
Yeah.
Which, as we'll see later on, is not always the case. Before we move on, I want to like tackle what I did do and what I didn't do in researching for this. So what I did do is find various international covers and English-speaking covers of the main 5 books. What I didn't do is Hedge Knight, Mystery Knight, Swan Sword, World of Ice and Fire, Fire and Blood. All of the extra stuff didn't tackle that. That's a whole other world that we're not getting into today.
Glidus did so much research for this live stream shitpost that he needs a historiographical introduction to kick it off.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, Glidus has done some wonderful work, and we have a lot of gorgeous and bizarre and not so gorgeous pictures to look at.
Some of them are really uninspired.
Someone in the live chat, Bence, just said that it looks like Arya is in hell. And I think that...
Well, that's the idea, isn't it, when she gets to Harrenhal?
That is exactly the idea.
Yeah.
Harrenhal is her hell, and hell for all the people there.
A lot of characters go to hell in A Clash of Kings, don't they? Daenerys goes to hell in the Red Wastes. Jon goes to hell beyond the Wall.
Yeah, like physical extremes.
And a third example that really solidifies my point.
Well, the Blackwater, the fires of the Blackwater are hell for Davos and for Tyrion in their own way. And there's lots of like sort of hellfire and brimstone, like at Dragonstone, where Stannis and Melisandre are.
Yep.
Imagery of darkness and fire and evil. So
Theon goes to hell in his own mind.
Yeah, everyone goes through the fucking ringer in Clash of Kings.
What a book.
What a book.
What a cover. There it is in full without the text, which I found for some of them. Her arm seems a little weird here, I must say. Like, look how longy that is. I don't know. Maybe it's just me.
It's all exaggerated. Is that like a bunch of arrows on her back? I think
it is.
Yeah. Well, Arya doesn't have arrows. Oh no. Well, there is like hunting going on when she's scavenging with the Night's Watch people. Maybe that counts. But yeah, I love the look of Harrenhal. Like that is... Yeah,
that's what Harrenhal should look like.
Like just its placement and the atmosphere. Like this is meant to be a place where like so much evil and hubris and fuck-uppery happened that it's like it is a locus of just bad shit. At least that's how like Arya sees it when she becomes the ghost who haunts it. And
that's how like most other characters speak of Harrenhal, is that it's a cursed place. It should be hell.
Yeah, and this is, of course, where Larys burns his own father and brother alive in House of the Dragon season 1.
Tie-in to topical material. We're very well done.
we should be live streamers or something.
Yeah.
And then this is what? This is another part of Book 2, Clash of Kings.
I suppose it is. Yeah, it is.
And This is Sansa Stark at the Eyrie. Wait.
Is it?
No, what? Yeah, is it?
It says down the bottom that you decided that.
Well, I
but
typed
don't
it that
think
because I thought it was that. But yeah, no, Sansa doesn't
does
go
not
to
go
the Eyrie
until
Book
A
Two.
Storm of Swords.
Yeah. So maybe that's meant to be Catelyn or Lysa or...
It won't be Lysa. Like, Lysa's not in A Clash of Kings.
Is that not the Eyrie? Is that Winterfell?
Well, it couldn't be Winterfell because neither Catelyn nor Sansa...
Is it Asher at Pike?
It could be. Someone says it's Ygritte. I don't think it's Ygritte.
But Ygritte never goes to a castle.
It's an interesting one.
It's not.
Is it Cersei? No, Cersei's hair is long still in A Clash of Kings.
It's not Brienne.
It's not
Doesn't look like...
Daenerys at Karth.
Is it? Who has that color hair though? Is that meant to be a male?
Is this a dude we're looking at?
Is that Sweet Robin?
Is it Bran?
We're just gonna list every character.
Is this Zaro, Zoe, and Daxos? Is this Zolo the Fat?
It's clearly the Shrouded Lord. Someone says in the chat. Sansa at the Red Keep. Actually, yeah, I guess that. Well, yeah, but the short hair doesn't make any sense.
And the Red Keep doesn't look very red.
The blue just screams eerie to me.
I get that, but I mean, when were these released? This was probably like long before the show aired. So like the visual language of what each location is represented by was not yet established.
Yeah.
And I think that's what's so interesting about a lot of this art is that it's like the artist is uninfluenced by all the stuff that we have today. So it's a much more raw interpretation of the text.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I totally agree. Like, you can totally recognize fan art that was made before the Game of Thrones show was made. Because now, like, even when people are trying to be faithful to the books,
you
they're
still
still
see Sean Bean
influenced.
in their Neds.
Yeah, all the bloody Kit Haringtons in all the Jon Snow
all
art.
the Charles Dances. Not that I'm complaining, but...
I think every character should be drawn as Charles Dance.
Daenerys is Charles Dance.
Great. Yeah, I'm not really sure. Someone in the chat says it's Bran at the Night
Yeah,
Fort.
I think it could be Bran.
He's standing up though, isn't he?
It wouldn't be at... Oh, he's standing up.
Yeah, I feel like Sansa at the Red Keep is honestly the best guess.
It's not red.
Yeah, well, maybe the translation is different. Who knows?
Cat in River Run, someone says. I could buy that, but the hair...
And she looks so young.
Hang on, is that a dagger at the hip?
Looks like a tiny little dagger, or possibly a flute.
An ocarina.
I can think of a few things that could be. Moving on.
Mr. Swift.
Moving on. This is an interesting one.
Yeah.
Storm of Swords by artist Yasushi Suzuki. And I've seen like chat online about who this could be.
Yeah.
Like,
Ooh.
I've seen people saying Marjorie or Sansa.
Yeah. I'm going to assume it's Marjorie. Being the first half of A Storm of Swords. And what location is this? Maybe this is the Red Keep.
Yeah.
And the previous one was River Run.
Well, it's interesting that it looks like a nighttime scene of the Red Keep, and there's all these like patrolling guards, which makes me think of Sansa escaping from the Red Keep.
Oh, yeah.
But it is the first half of Storm.
And
so.
her hair is like decidedly brown.
Well, she's got that hairnet though, doesn't she?
Yeah, true. But it's the first half of... Maybe it's arranged in such a way where that it does occur in the first half of Storm of Swords.
Yeah.
But I've never seen that before. It's always ended with the Red Wedding.
Everyone in the live chat reckons this is Marjorie.
Simpson.
It does look like Marjorie. It's just a slightly odd choice to put Marjorie on the cover, given that she's not like a main character.
It is lovely though.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot.
And now this is the one.
Yeah. Some folks have probably seen this online, but
a lot of people, and this surprises me when people see this and they're like, what the hell is this supposed to be? Because I guess they don't remember how Tyrion is described in the books.
Yeah. Yeah, he
But, like,
looks...
this is one of the more faithful interpretations of how Tyrion should look, I think.
Tyrion's meant to be grotesquely, freakishly ugly.
He's a little gremlin man.
And I think when you add on like the anime big eyes thing, it makes
really
it even more.
accentuates what's, quote unquote deformed about him.
And the description of like the lank fall of hair, like the pale white hair, like this is an extremely faithful rendition
There's
of Tyrion.
no dark hair though, isn't he supposed to have like half dark hair?
No, that's a really common misconception.
Have I just spread misinformation online?
Saying things online that aren't true. No, so like the wiki article about Tyrion says that he has blonde and black hair, and what that's actually based on is that there's like one line in a Storm of in A Dance with Dragons.
But that's because it's at night.
No. It is one line where it mentions like a black strand of hair on Tyrion's forehead in A Dance with Dragons. And based on that one strand of hair, someone put on the wiki that he has white and black hair.
I love the wiki.
So then a bunch of people made fan art with like black streaks in Tyrion's hair, but like 90% of the time, Tyrion's hair is described as pale blonde.
Yeah. Isn't it funny how just one action, one word on one wiki page can have such a rippling effect through how one of the most famous characters of modern fantasy is perceived?
It's wild. I also like his little red pantaloons.
They're pretty cute. I like his shoes.
Look at his coat. What a great coat. Oh my god.
How much?
Is that like is he wearing a black leather jacket?
Punk jacket.
What a rocker.
Show us your tats, Tyrion.
I love it.
What else is going on in this image? Oh, there we go.
Oh, there's the chain.
Ah.
Except it's a Storm of Swords.
Well, the chain's still there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if the chain means anything. But yeah, I guess this is just him at King's Landing.
Yeah. It appears to be like flea bottom.
Shouldn't he have less of a nose at this point? I guess
that's not much of a nose.
Yeah.
If you ask me.
Yeah, okay.
I've seen noses in my time and that's not much of one.
I'm not happy about the hand.
No?
Is he giving us the middle finger?
He's giving us all the fingers.
He's flying us the bird. I mean that is how that is where Tyrion is at emotionally.
Yeah.
Like Tyrion, like after he's been burned at the Blackwater, his father's rejected him, he's being forced to marry a teenager, and he's like really just pissed off and depressed at everyone. So I feel like this captures it quite nicely.
He's a little punk rocker.
Yeah. What a legend. He should start a band.
Now this is the third volume of A Storm of Swords. And that's Sam passing through the wall, I would assume.
With his obsidian dragonglass dagger, with which he will kill a wight. Interesting that there's a little snow castle here.
Is that Sansa's castle at the Eyrie?
Sam got a bit lost on his way from the wall. Yeah, I'm not sure if that makes any sense, but it is gorgeous, isn't it?
It fills up the image.
Yeah. Again by Yasushi Suzuki.
Yep.
Oh,
this one.
Yeah.
Hoo-hoo.
So this is 2 parts of Book 4, A Feast for Crows. One featuring Jaime Lannister and one featuring Cersei.
You think that's Jaime?
Who do you think it is?
Brienne.
Oh,
the armor is a bit too fancy.
Yeah,
she does get new armor.
I think that he looks too pretty to be Brienne as well.
It's a manga cover.
Yeah, I'm not. Well, I mean, but she did Tyrion hideous, so
true.
Why not do Brienne ugly?
I don't know. Most artists don't do Brienne that ugly.
Yeah. Brienne is described in the books of being very, very ugly, but yeah, she tends to be drawn as pretty.
I wonder why the man described as really ugly. Let's not. Back to Melisandre.
Could there be underlying reasons? This I thought was Melisandre at first.
Who else would it be?
I think it's Cersei.
You know what? Melisandre is not in A Feast for Crows.
And Melisandre does not drink that much.
No. And if you look past what appears to be red hair, that's a shit ton of blonde hair behind her.
Yeah. No,
in a red and gold dress. It's absolutely Cersei.
I think it is so great on so many... Like, the way she's reclining on her own mane.
This is a mood, actually.
Like, she is so indulgent. And, like, her hand, like, she doesn't care. Like, there's all this ravens and death around her, and
hello.
she is just, I don't even care. I'm just lying in a puddle of my own wine. I don't give a fuck. I'm Cersei Lannister.
This cover is fucking fantastic. Can we zoom back out again? And now that you say that is Cersei, that's definitely Jaime, I would say.
Yeah, Cersei and Jaime at King's Landing.
This is awesome. This is fantastic.
Yeah, it's one of my fave.
I love the raven framing the image on the right over there.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, and
it's
like...
probably a crow, actually.
And all the red... What, in A Feast for Crows? And all the red wine looks like blood that the crows are eating. And that, like, visually connects the theme of, like, Cersei's indulgence leading to violence and death. Like...
And then you have Jaime in a... That's a Kingsguard cloak. What was I thinking? You see, Jaime is like a knight in shining white armor. So...
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah, this is fucking brilliant.
Yeah. And so much of Jaime's arc in this book is about questioning his, you know, his role and his legitimacy as a noble Kingsguard knight in shining armor.
And then, like, in the full cover, that's juxtaposed with Cersei's self-indulgence... ignorance to the destruction that she's, you know, bringing upon the country. Yeah.
Showing them, like, at odds like this. It's like, brilliant. Jaime's taking action.
It's so good.
And whereas Cersei doesn't care. I wish... What about Jaime's hand? Where's his golden hand?
So that's the sword in his left hand.
What's going on in his right hand?
Can't really see it.
I feel like it's a mist.
He's just like using it to billow his awesome cloak.
Is there a crow landing on Jaime's hand?
It's his friend. He feeds him corn. That's why he keeps corn in his ears.
Yeah, no, I think it's a missed opportunity to not.
Yeah, showcase the golden hand.
Yeah, but yeah, otherwise, yeah, this is S tier. Oh, are we rating these?
Yeah, S.
S tier. Oh, we've got a button for that.
Yeah, do it.
S tier. It's on screen now. Yeah. All right, we'll just do it for the S tier ones. And the final book of A Song of Ice and Fire that's published.
The S out now.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, we've got Danny handling some dragons. These are very different dragons to the ones we're used to seeing.
Yeah, that is so different to how they look in GOT. And I actually kind of love it.
I loved, like, Drogon is pitch black.
Oh, true.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I didn't even, like, see him because he's just a shadow in the background.
Yeah, that's awesome. And Viserion is, like, bright white.
Yeah. Because that's one of the...
Rhaegal looks like a velociraptor.
Yeah, that's one of the constant complaints with the TV shows is that they make the dragons all look the same. And
House of the Dragon has made strides. It's definitely better than Game of Thrones in that regard, but they could probably do more.
I think they absolutely should have done more in House of the Dragon to make the dragons look different. Like, they talked it up a lot in the publicity. They're like, oh, the dragons are so unique and different.
I think they are, but we just, like, barely see any of Syrax and Sunfire. There's, like, 1-2 second shot of.
Yeah, I think they did a great job with Caraxes and Vhagar.
Yep.
But all the other dragons are just kind of a blur. I think if they just made them visually more distinct with their coloration, like in this picture.
Yeah.
Like, why don't they do it like this, you know? I guess maybe
it might look a bit too silly with, like, the color grading of the rest of the show, because it's quite realistic looking.
Yeah.
For the most part.
Yeah, I think that's true, but that's like a complaint. That's a problem with the aesthetics in general.
Real life reptiles often look extravagantly colored, so why not?
Yeah. And also just more in general, all of the TV shows are very drab in their coloring, whereas George's descriptions in the books are
so
of a very
vivid,
colorful, lavish world.
Imagine casting Dario Naharis and not giving him a 4-colored beard. I couldn't imagine.
Outrageous. If he had a 4-color beard, they wouldn't have had to recast him.
I like the pyramid of marine in the background there.
I like the purple sky.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
The purple sky to me almost evokes like the pestilence of the plague that's about to hit Moraine.
All right.
Oh, and there's the harpy.
Ah, hello.
That's a weird looking harpy.
I was trying to figure out what that was.
It looks like a jester.
Yeah. Now this one's pretty damn good.
I like it. I'd give it an A.
It doesn't get an letter on screen.
Yeah, no on-screen letter.
Dance with Dragons 2. This is Bran in the cave, and there's... Oh, that Hodor.
Right.
Man, he's an ogre.
Why is Hodor a monster?
No, he's a sweet boy. Leave him alone.
I want to believe that it's... Like, is it somehow a child of the forest or a white or
No,
a...
that's
no,
Hodor.
It's Hodor, isn't it?
And we've got Mira and Jojen behind him there.
Yeah, they look great.
I love the Jojen there. That's so cool.
Yeah, holy hell, that's good. Like there's so much characterization.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's exactly how I pictured Jojen before he, had his decline.
Because Jojen is so sort of sickly and sad and thoughtful and inactive, whereas Mira is so active and alive and energetic. It's gorgeous.
Got a raven on top of Summer there.
Where's Bloodraven? Is Bloodraven in this? In the tree somewhere? Or is it just Bran?
Well, there's a spooky raven behind him. I really like that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I feel like it would be cool if Bloodraven was sort of lurking.
Jinx.
Like lurking in the tree. That would be cool. Yeah, I think this really captures the sort of creepiness and like otherworldliness.
It's a creepy dream Bran story.
Yeah. Because it's only like 3 or 4 chapters that Bran has.
It's only 3, yeah.
And most of them are just like him like tripping and visions and teachings and monologues and yeah, I think this captures it nicely.
And Hodor being an ogre.
Yeah, I think just for Hodor being an ogre, it's only a B.
Yeah.
For me, but there's a lot that I love.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
I think you're right. It really does capture the feeling of those chapters. The issue I would have with it is that like Bran in the second half of A Dance with Dragons comprises like barely anything on a percentage level.
Yeah, so it's kind of weird to put him in the cover as a result.
Not that I'm complaining. It's just a bit strange.
Yeah.
Leave Hogdor alone.
I think this is...
Oh, it's in thirds.
Yeah, this is the third part of A Dance with Dragons.
We've got John again. He's no longer an emo kid. He's an emo young adult.
Oh, is that Ghost's eye?
Oh, that's awesome.
Wow. Yeah, there's the white direwolf ghost with the red eye. And it looks like he's just the sky.
Yeah, it does.
Which is appropriate given that John is about to like become a ghost inside Ghost. Like Ghost is like in the heavens, It looks like that's where John's going to be when he gets stabbed by these Night's Watchmen who are lurking behind him. The knives, the daggers in the dark, right?
That's them.
This almost just like tells us what's going to happen to John.
But it's not explicit. Some covers actually do contain spoilers.
Yeah. Yeah.
This one I wouldn't say it does. It's just like, if you look at it after reading it, you might go, I see what's going on there.
Yeah. Yeah, which is what it should be. I think, those are all of the Yasushi Suzukis.
I think, was one of them not? I think we went through a few different
artists. Yeah, there was another artist for the first couple, but yeah. Yeah, so I've seen all those ones, and then there is another set of Japanese covers.
Yeah, these are the paperback novels, I believe.
By Ken Sugawara.
Yep.
What do you think of this Johnny boy?
I really like this series of covers. Ghost looks so smooth.
Ghost looks silky.
Yeah.
He looks like a greyhound.
Yeah, he does.
Which I feel like is not appropriate for a direwolf.
Yeah, no. Yeah, he's not that big, honestly.
He doesn't look scary.
And the eye isn't red.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't love that ghost.
Not sure what all the purple going on is about.
Purple? I'd say blue.
Yeah. Well, fuck you.
Oh, I like how John's got
horn around his neck.
Yeah. I like the horn.
I think my favorite thing about this set of covers is the framing. It's just nice.
Yeah. It's just, it's
and
neat.
It's consistent across the series.
I just think they're neat. So this is Daenerys on her horsey.
On silver.
I like how she's being like windswept,
Yeah.
Like she's subject to forces beyond her control. Tyrion.
Being a sneaky little dude.
Looking like a gremlin.
Yeah.
I love it. Reading a book.
The Winterfell Library, do you think? No, this is part 3 of A Game of Thrones, so it wouldn't be that.
Yeah, this is when Tyrion's being like locked up and going through the high road, and
Oh yeah.
so it doesn't make a lot of sense for Tyrion to be looking so comfortable and self-assured in this particular part of the story.
It's just a depiction of a character. It doesn't really have to be relevant to whatever's happening in the story at that point in time, I guess.
Yeah. Who's this? Game of Thrones Part 4. Is this Catelyn?
I think it's Catelyn
Is she...
accompanying Robb to war.
Yeah.
Is this the Battle of the Whispering Woods and she's waiting for the battle to happen? I think it is.
I think you're right. Where's Hal then? Where's Loudmouth Hal?
Off screen, as usual.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's true. He's spent 4 books off screen now. Or 3. Yeah, no, that's quite lovely.
Ooh. I like this one.
Is this Rob?
I would say it's Ned.
Oh, yeah, we're still on Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Part 5. Yeah.
This must be short books.
Yeah, 5 editions for Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
My God. Oh, I like his little dire wolves over his
Yeah, that's cute as.
shoulders. And it's that, like, classic Ned Stark pose that we see in the TV show.
Yeah.
These must have come out after the TV show.
You reckon? Must?
Wow,
I
I
don't
don't
throw
know.
around must like that, are you?
Yeah, all right. If they
No,
want
they probably
to.
were, but I don't know, the look of them, it just seems like they're a bit older than that. I don't know, I don't look at too many Japanese book covers.
I like how his clothes look like fine and colorful and regal. Because like that's another issue with the show is that the
He
Starks,
looks like,
the Starks just wear like leather all the time, just like plain brown leather all the time, and it's like
they're the most wealthy lords of the north. They're,
Yeah.
well, Manderley's notwithstanding, but you get it.
the Starks have drip in the books, and the
Everyone's
show-
got drip, really.
well, all the lords do, yeah.
So now we're on Clash. This is Arya on the way to Harrenhal, I would think.
Yeah, is she like is she on like the back of the cart with Yoren and the Night's Watch boys? But it looks like there's like fire and devastation
I
happening
also
around
noticed
her.
the border has changed now they're on a different book.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I like that. So the Game of Thrones all has the same pattern
Yeah,
in
they're-
different colors.
And now there's a different pattern in
no,
Clash.
Yeah.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
So yeah, Eyes looking cool with Needle.
Theon on the mirror ham?
He looks so skeevy.
Well, isn't that right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. I don't know why he's like crouching on the side like that. Like it almost said Euron to me at first, like because he looks powerful and capable and there's
Yeah.
action and
But it's not going to be Aeron or Balon.
it's a bit old for Theon. I feel like this guy looks like he's in his
Okay,
20s.
it's Dagmar Cleftjaw then. What do you want me to tell you?
Yeah, no, it's meant to be Theon. But yeah, that's lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Who's this?
My first guess is Sansa in the Red Keep
Yeah,
being held against her will.
yeah. Yeah, being like trapped behind the bars
Yep.
of that window is really perfect.
You
for,
can see King's Landing down below her.
Yeah. The hair's the wrong color, but whatever.
Ooh. Is this Stannis going into battle, do you think, or someone else?
I think it's the Onion Knight.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yes, now that I'm actually looking at the image. It really changes the way you see things when you see what's happening. I mean, look at his other hand. Are they shorter than they should be? Those their fingies?
Is it his left hand that was cut from?
Has he got fings or fingies?
It's kind of hard to tell if they're cut off or
Yeah.
just like in a fist. But yeah, I guess this is like the moment that the ships are blowing up and Davos is going down into the sea.
Could well be. Yeah. You can see a mast collapsing behind him.
Lovely dramatic moment.
Ooh, I really like this one.
My gosh.
That's awesome. This is beautiful.
Yeah.
And they've got like an appropriate size for the direwolf.
Yeah.
Like, Summer should be 4 times bigger than Bran.
This is like one of my favorite depictions of like what the old gods are about.
Yeah.
Because it looks like they're in a pool of blood.
Flash it. This is S tier.
Yeah.
Do it.
S tier! Yeah, no, it's so gorgeous. And it looks like Bran is sort of like drawing strength from this, but it looks like dark, you know? This looks like he is drawing from a dark evil power.
Yeah. You can see how sinister Summer looks here.
Yeah, like it looks like the wolf
but
is
also
like
protective.
Yeah, it's like the wolf is like guiding and taking Bran down into this dark, bloody abyss. And also like these two big like roots or branches like descending into the pool, like it looks like hands or fingers or like it looks very like organic and gross, and like you don't think about it too much, but it's that's sure something. I love that art.
This is fantastic.
Ken Sugawara.
Wonderful work.
So yeah.
Now that's where I ran out of these specific series. I couldn't find any more of them, which is a shame.
But yeah,
I'm not sure if they exist or if I just couldn't if they don't exist and they just stopped publishing these in this style. Because that's the case for a lot of these, is that the series are just incomplete because George takes too long to write books.
Yeah, the publishers had very reasonable expectations that books would be out within a year or so of each other.
So we'll be encountering that a little bit as we go on.
I suspect that many of the publishers who made these covers no longer exist. Like, George has taken so long to release the next two books of his series that entire publishing companies have come into existence and then died in the time between Dance and Winds, you know?
And you'll find, if you search in that big folder of images we put together, if you search a Game of Thrones, or just AGOT, how many results do you get? Did it tell you? Oh, is it case sensitive? It shouldn't be. I didn't think it was. Weird. Anyway, there's a lot more than there are of A Dance with Dragons. Because by the time Dance with Dragons came out, not only had all of these publishers moved on, but also the series had become so popular and successful that the publishing rights were more ubiquitous.
Oh.
That like Bantam, HarperCollins-Voyager had more purview over what got published where.
And so were they just using the same covers but in more markets?
Yeah. So you see more English-speaking covers as the series progresses, but the number of regional variants, I say as though we're looking at Pokemon, diminishes as the series goes on, which I think is an interesting consequence of the way this series has had to be published.
Cool, yeah. Like, it used to be a Wild West where there were lots of little publishers all over the world doing lots of cool, weird things. But now that it's become successful, this one dominant English-speaking... It's like evolution. It's like this English-speaking strain has outcompeted all of
for obvious reasons.
Well, yeah. Because it's in English, I guess.
Yeah.
Do you want to do some super chats?
We might as well, now that we're done with Japan and we're about to move on to... the American language.
Would you like to read some super chats?
Is that all of them?
There's more that aren't there for some reason.
Can you go to the YouTube one?
I tried, but it didn't. All right.
Yeah, this seems right. Okay, we've got from Musa Hassan 5 Freedom Bucks. Thank you. Not going to be able to see live because going wedding shopping. Congratulations if it's your wedding. I don't know why you'd be shopping for someone else's wedding. This stream idea is really cool. I'm glad you thought so. Whose idea was this? Was this your idea?
I don't know. You did the work. So I think you get the credit.
Fine. We've got another one, cooking. So I shouldn't. Why would I say that sort of thing? We
don't pre-announce live streams.
The Japanese covers are some of my faves. Yeah, they are some of our faves also. We've got 2, I don't know what currency unit that is, from Among Us Law. Thank you for your work, Among Us Law.
Thank you for your service, sir.
Need me the Japanese version, though, absolutely. €5 from Stannis McNuff. I'm at work, so I can't listen to you guys right now. Looking forward to catch up later. Every time Schwibble says good, it gives me life.
Do I say good a lot?
Do you say good a lot? Well, good for you.
Good.
Brian Callahan sends us 10 Freedom Bucks. Thank you. Oh man, I thought the title meant covers of A Song of Ice and Fire songs. That's another great idea.
That is what you should do.
I should do that. I can't live stream that for copyright reasons, but that's a good idea. Love that you stream in Brit hours, so you can see we did not think about that at all. I actually used to really worry about what time I was streaming. I would stream at like 2 a.m. just to make sure all my American fans were awake. But then I realized anyone watching a Gliders video probably does not have a healthy sleeping schedule, so I shouldn't plan around it.
But also, like, most people aren't watching live. Most people are watching afterwards.
Yeah, that's true.
So
thanks all the people not currently watching. Thanks to the people currently watching, but, you know...
Thanks to the future people, too.
Yeah, thanks, future people. Shall we finish these?
Yeah, we can just
You
speed
take
around.
one.
Thanks, Kara, who says, what if anime studios got to make their own A Song of Ice and Fire shorts, like the Animatrix or Star Wars Visions? Animatrix is super cool.
That's super cool.
Yeah, it's like these like animated shorts based on the Matrix universe. Yeah, I mean, it's like even like Warhammer 40k has some like very big fan-made projects, like animated 3D shorts set in the Warhammer universe. It would be cool to see more of that around, but I suspect that HBO's lawyers are very busy preventing that kind of creativity from blossoming, sadly. So, yeah.
Independent animators out here waiting for George to die so that they can wait how many years is it before copyright expires?
Yeah, well, thanks to Mickey fucking Mouse, it's about 85 years until anyone gets free reign
They're
on.
about to try to extend it again because Walt actually has been dead for this whole time.
No.
It turns out.
He's going to come back.
Simcoe, old friend, sends us 12 euros. Love me some Glimbo and Swifty in the morning. Thank you very much, Simcoe. If it is the morning for you. If not, I'm sorry. Bonesaw McGraw with $5 dues. I love including the form of currency. It's more fun. Lads, want to play Song of Ice and Fire RPG and stream it? We do have plans to play some game, but maybe not that one. I know that one takes a bit of work to get into.
Is that like a pen and paper
It's a tabletop.
D20 type situation?
It's a tabletop. It's not like modeled on D&D. I think it's like built from the ground up. So it takes a bit of work to understand. I am interested in it though, and I'd like to play it someday. Alistair Sinclair with 2 Chuck Bucks. Stone donut atop the temple on the right, Lamau. You want to try and find what he's talking about there?
I don't think. Yeah,
okay. Oh my God! It's the Loud Lad Donuts from Springfield.
It is. I didn't know they.
Oh, they use it to play hoops.
I didn't know the franchise extended to Moraine. What an Easter egg!
Thank you, Alistair.
There's probably an Arby's in the Great Temple somewhere as well.
Oh man, could you imagine the food court at the Great Temple?
Look, I'm just saying. I mean, there'd be a lot of options.
There's a McDonald's at the East End and a McDonald's at the West End,
and 3 Starbucks in between them. Yeah. Incredible. Thank you for the super chats, everybody. Let's continue with the covers.
Let's move on to England.
Yeah. So we thought that we might look at the English language ones before we go further into the depths of the crazy. International ones.
There's a shit ton.
There are many.
So this is probably the cover series that most people are familiar with, and this is the Bantam paperbacks published. I think this was the original one, honestly. No, it wasn't. Anyway, I don't think we know who this art is by. Everything I found said that it was uncredited. Yeah,
publishers are not always good about acknowledging who did the work, sadly.
It's a little cringe, Bantam.
Pretty cringe. So the picture for the first book is just a sword.
It's the end of a sword, not the business end.
It's not the pointy end. Oh. Could that be needle?
I don't think it is. And the reason I say this is that all of like this series, the symbols are like quite generic. It's not anything in particular. Like that helmet, like whose helmet is that supposed to be? Is that someone's helmet or is it just a helmet?
Yeah, it looks like kind of like dragon-y.
It does.
It looks like it could be a Targaryen helmet.
So who would that belong to?
Yeah,
a Storm of Swords.
Yeah.
A goblet.
Yeah, I think that's Cersei's wine cup that she was drinking from constantly.
Yeah. And is this a coin?
I think it's a shield.
A shield? Whose shield?
Yeah. Strong Belwas's shield?
Yeah, see, this is the thing, is that these symbols are, like, they're more meant to evoke a theme. They're not particular specific objects from the series. So I don't think that sword is needle. I think it's just a sword.
Yeah. No, I think you're right. Like, all of them are just, like, basic objects. Like, this could, Renly or Stannis or Robb or Joffrey or Balon's crown.
To me, it evokes Robb more than any of the others, but, like, it could really be any of them.
Well, Robb's crown has the, like, spikes of iron, right? Not these, like, triangular...
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, I think, like, what do you think of these? I think they're fine.
They are fine. They don't, like, I'm so used to them now. I can't, like, I don't even know how to feel about them anymore.
It's like criticizing the faces of my children.
Well, this one's fucking ugly.
It's just not considered kosher.
There is one more in this series that we might as well talk about now.
All right, let's do it.
Yep. So this is the TWOW cover that is not official in any capacity, but everyone just, like, rolls with it anyway. Have we had the S on screen this whole time?
My apologies. I need to retroactively remove the S tier ranking from all of this. God.
This is on my channel. I'm going to have to do that.
Yeah, well, look. Well, I mean, we say part of the series.
It seems as though it's been designed to fit in with this style.
But this cover was, in fact, a fan-created cover by a Reddit user called Ferox Deo Vacuous Vinco. Maybe if his name wasn't so long, people would correctly attribute this fan art more often.
Swift X.
So this is Ferox Deo Vacuous Vino's imagination of what the next upcoming book might be.
Now, the reason I think that this probably isn't the direction that this series of covers is going to go is that this is a specific object.
Yeah.
And it's not... I mean, it is evocative of some of the themes you might think you would expect from the Winds of Winter.
Well, you say the horn is a specific object. The horn could be Dragonbinder.
It could be one of three or four different horns, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
In fact, by how ornate it is, I would say it probably is Dragonbinder.
I mean, that could be the horn that was burned by Melisandre.
It could be.
The fake horn. And we don't even know if the one that Sam has is the real Horn of Winter, so there might be a fourth horn
at this
in
point, because this has been the image of the Winds of Winter in our heads for so long, if the book actually comes out and, like, it's got a completely different cover, we're going to be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
This isn't the Winds of Winter.
Yeah. And as people are saying in the chat, George Martin did... once say in his blog that he thought that this was the official cover. Like, someone asked him if this is the official cover, and he said, "Oh yes, I think it is for the time being. Yes, it's official."
That's incredible.
Which, yeah, I mean, look. For all we know, maybe this publishers...
Reddit user has been contacted.
Yeah, I mean, maybe this Reddit user is like a graphic designer and was contacted by the publishers and got paid, and now it's the official cover. I kind of doubt it. Like, I wish we lived in a world
I don't think
where
that sort of thing is decided 8 years before the book comes out. I don't think that's a thing.
Yeah, at this point, like, the person who made that decision has probably left Random House and been replaced 3 more times. Like... Yeah.
They've worked at 7 different publication companies.
It's going to be that their child will have inherited the hereditary position of Random House fantasy graphic design. Yeah.
Son, it is our legacy.
You
must do this.
Handed down the PNG of the Winds of Winter.
The USB, it's a flash drive with one image on it.
I kept this flash drive in Vietnam. Yeah. So I like it.
There's a reason it's caught on. There's a reason that everyone uses this image when they're talking about the Winds of Winter, and that's because it fits really well with this series of covers.
I think just the stark black, like after the colourful early series, the harsh black of the Winds of Winter, the dark, the long night is gorgeous. Sorry, so someone in the live chat just said, dude, George Martin might also think that he wrote the Preston chapters.
For those who don't know, Preston Jacobs has been working on it's basically a fan fiction of what he thinks the Winds of Winter should be. It's a collaborative effort, though. It's not just him working on it. It's like an entire community. It's a really interesting project.
Yeah. I love the fact that George's fans are so fed up with the wait for wins that they're just writing wins for him.
Is that, who else has that happened to? Like, I know I take my time, but no one's over here making my videos for me.
Glidus, you know you will have made it when you take so long to upload the next Bliss take that some of the Glidus fans just create it for you. Like, and
they do it better than I will.
My God. Yeah. So I enjoy this cover.
I think it's very good.
Um.
Oh, the folio covers. You want to talk about these now?
Yeah, I mean, if you got a spare $1,000, you too could buy this extremely fancy luxury.
It's so good, though. Look at them. They're beautiful.
So what's this?
So folio is like what would you describe it as? They do like fancy versions of lots of different books. They're like an upmarket publishing company, I guess.
Collector's editions of books for people with too much money.
And not enough books. So this is a dead wolf with a raven sitting on top of it, it would appear.
Yeah, it looks like the one at the start of the book.
It sure does.
No little direwolf babies, unfortunately.
Off screen.
You know, this picture confirms a fan theory, Gladys.
That Blood Raven walked the wolf.
Uh-huh. Three-eyed raven, controlled the wolf, brought the direwolves to the Starks to kick off Bran's magical destiny. Do you think that when John goes inside Ghost, like when John...
Phrasing.
when John dies and John's soul skin changes into Ghost...
there we go. That makes a lot more sense, yeah.
Do you think that Blood Raven will talk to him?
That would be super interesting.
Do you think that Bran and Blood Raven will be able to connect to John? Because like John's been trying to avoid and deny his magical connection to his direwolf, but surely that resistance...
Now that he's a part of Ghost, he can't really do anything about that. Yeah, I mean, it's such crazy conjecture at this point, but I think, yes. I think there probably will be some... George writes a lot of crazy dreams. I think John will have crazy dreams in Ghost.
Yeah, I think there's a 200% chance that John will be tripping balls when he's inside the soul of his dog. Like, that's gonna, like...
That can't be normal.
No.
Although John has been, like, a part of Ghost before, in warging him.
Yeah.
But this is a new beast, really.
The difference is that before he was alive.
Yeah.
And not as angry.
As a dead boy.
Yeah.
He's leveled up once more from the emo boy starting place. So this is the second half of A Game of Thrones. It appears to be a lion and a stag in the throes of combat. Or lovemaking, I don't judge.
Honestly, that's a good point, because like Cersei and Robert's relationship was awful, and also it was a marriage.
Yep.
And yeah, I guess this represents the Lannisters defeating Robert Baratheon. Yep. Which also connects to the dead direwolf, because there was also that dead stag. There's his antlers, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah.
True. And this is the Clash of Kings collection. You can see both halves of it there.
I love...
the box they come in.
I love this lettering. They created this special Weshel emblem interlocking the letters C, O, and K.
It's so
this
cool.
is the most ornate cock
it's so
I have ever seen on a book. It's so unnecessary, but they did it.
It is so pointless.
Someone spent a lot of talent and hours drawing this cock.
And like, it's wonderful work. Congratulations. But it's completely pointless. So, what do we have here? A stag fighting a smaller stag. They both have crowns around them, so... I mean, this is pretty clearly Stannis and Renly having a go at it. You can see the flames around the larger stag, so that's Stannis embracing the Lord of Light.
Well, you could also see it as Stannis attacking Joffrey Baratheon.
Oh, yeah. Who is, I guess, also a stag.
Because that's amidst the flames of the Blackwater, right?
But this is the first half of Clash.
Oh, true. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think you're right, Renly and Stannis. There should have been another little stag. There should have been like a little...
watching on in the corner.
A little lion wearing antlers to like pretend to be a stag.
That sounds really cute.
Wouldn't that be great? And here's the second half of Clash.
I fucking love this one. It's so cool.
Yeah?
Well, I mean, it's a Kraken.
So the Kraken is the Greyjoys,
Uh-huh.
and the doggo is, Robb Stark in the north.
Yeah.
Because this is when the Greyjoys and the Ironborn invade the north because of Theon's betrayal.
Love the usage of color here.
I love the shiny blue for the ocean.
If I were to own one of these, I think I'd want to own this one. And it would only cost me $300.
I feel like we're salesmen. But
Buy now.
I don't know if you even can still buy this.
They were limited, I'm pretty sure.
The more I look at that dog amidst those tentacles, the more stressed I feel. Like that just
This dog's fucked.
You know that meme page, Doggos in Predicaments? This is a dog in a predicament.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Serious predicament. What's cracking? Yeah.
Storm of Swords is cracking.
Another fancy lettering.
The sauce there.
A sauce. Lion and wolf in storm. No, deer. No, what is that? Yeah.
Well, those are roses around it.
Oh, that's Sansa being held captive by the
lady
Lannisters.
wolf, and there are roses sprouting around them.
Is that just a general feminine Sansa thing, the flowers?
No, it's the Tyrells.
Oh. Yeah, that's very gorgeous, isn't it?
I would have liked a bit of color on this one, if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Like maybe some green or red on the roses.
I agree.
Or gold, it should be.
I mean, the image is very gorgeous, the symbolism.
Yeah.
Like Sansa wrapped and captured by the Tyrell roses and the Lannister lion. I guess that's sort of like Joffrey specifically, if anyone.
Because he's like the rabid beast, the
Yeah.
rabid lion.
Yeah, it looks so like monstrous and out of control. Oh, poor Sansa. Look at her expression.
Aww.
They made a direwolf look so helpless. Oh, and is that a little bird? Or is that... No, that's just flowers.
No, that's a leaf.
Because it would have been cool to have Littlefinger the Mockingbird in there somewhere.
Oh, true. Well, I was thinking little bird because of what Sandor calls Sansa all the time.
Oh, true, yeah.
But no, a mockingbird makes sense as well. This one... it's such a strong background, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it puts that to shame, doesn't it?
Yeah. So what do we have here? There's a floppy fish and a wolfy boy.
So I guess it's
Catelyn
Rob and or Catelyn as the wolf, and Edmure and Blackfish and Hoster as the Tully fish.
And there's a portcullis above them, and arrows showing you where to look, like on a YouTube thumbnail. Red circle.
This is an incredible clickbait thumbnail. I love it.
Oh, now these ones are fucking gorgeous.
Feast for Crows.
I love the seal here as well. It's very ornate, very wanky.
Like, I feel like they should have had a... Wait, is that... There's an F on the F.
Yeah, because it's a feast for crows.
But there's... Yeah, okay.
Where's the huh?
Where's the
Where's the
Oh my goodness. Isn't this beautiful?
Yes.
So that's the little mockingbird, Peter Baelish, having defeated the mighty Arryns.
That's wonderful.
It shouldn't strictly be the first time. Oh, no, yeah, it should, because he's already killed Lysa by now. So, yeah, Littlefinger has killed Lysa, and he is now atop the Eyrie.
Yeah, the hawk has fallen. Eagle.
And, like, the Arryn
the moon
as well.
Yeah. It's now blackened.
Gorgeous.
So, Arya. This is the House of Black and White being represented here. This is so cool.
It is badass.
Okay, I take back what I said about the Kraken one. This is the one.
Yeah.
Yep.
And there's a cat in there because Arya Warg's a cat enters its mind in this book. And the direwolf Nymeria is there because she also skin changes into Nymeria in her dreams. And specifically, she calls it the Night Wolf. And so it's appropriate that Nymeria is on the dark side, like the night time, whereas the cat is on the waking life when she's with the faithless man. Because Arya's living like this double life at this time.
Yep.
Which perfectly mirrors the life and death, black and white symbolism of the faithless men.
God, that face in the middle of the top, that's so striking.
So haunting.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's beautiful.
Flash the S. I command you.
Love it.
Oh, no, these ones are awesome as well.
First half of A Dance with Dragons. So that's what, like Balon being killed by Euron? Is that what that is? What's the hand? Is that Victarian's burned ass hand?
Yeah, it is. I think. Because Balon, you hear about that in Feast.
Is it Theon as Reek, his hand?
Ah, yeah, that makes more sense.
Clutching the last vestiges of his Greyjoy identity?
I think I just like squids.
It looks so like silky and like fabricy and ephemeral. That's why that says Theon to me. It's because he's like Greyjoy's side is so tattered. Like that's not a living squid. That's like the ripped remnants.
Detached. You can see it's not connected to anything off screen.
Yeah, I think that's Theon. Fuck.
That's so good.
That's so dark. Yeah, flayed hand. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. All right. So people in the chat are suggesting
and there's like
that
the
it's
pink in the background.
Yeah. True.
Boltons.
Yeah. No, I think you guys are right. I think that is the flayed hand of Ramsay Bolton clutching the tattered Theon Greyjoy squid. Yeah. Wow. Gorgeous.
Damn.
This is just too soon.
Oh.
Because that's Quentin Martell being killed by Viserion the dragon in A Dance with Dragons.
Viserion being depicted for the first time ever as completely black.
Yeah, interesting choice. They could have they could have
they
done
have gold in the background.
They could have done some like negative space. Like what if it was pale images on black? That might have looked better. Although then the Martell would have had to been dark. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, the Folio collection.
Whoa.
Absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, no, I like it a lot. I think we should flash S tier again.
Yep.
All right.
There was one. Do you have it here, or was it sorted for later? The spread that I saved, the 2 pages. Yeah, there it is. This is just an image I caught from the website, showing one of the illustrations they have in here. These books are all full of like spread illustrations that, are pretty good.
Yeah. I haven't seen like more of those illustrations around online. I'd love to see them, but I don't want to have to spend $1,000 to look at these pictures. So yeah, no, that's beautiful.
If you want us to own these books, support us on Patreon.
Well, send the books to PO Box.
You have a PO Box?
42069 at yeah, okay. I really like them a lot.
Yep.
Which ones do you want to talk about next? How about we talk about some of the old school English ones?
Yeah, the paperback. No, this is a hardcover. Stephen Youll art.
So these are like some of the OG 90s covers. That's a lovely picture of Jon Snow frolicking. I mean, that's Winterfell, right? So it's like, I guess this is this him leaving? I mean, the direwolf is too big, I think.
This ghost supposed to be a pup here.
I mean, pretty young.
No, he's just closer to the camera. It's a trick of perspective.
He's actually in midair. Yeah, no, I like that. Clash of Kings, book 2.
What do you think of these ones being framed? How there's just a background. There's an image behind the text there. There's a crown. And then there's this like bold red frame around the artwork. This is Stannis at court, by the way.
You know what this reminds me of? There's Dune book covers that look like this.
Yeah.
Very similar font, very similar like art inside a loud border.
These ones definitely evoke old school fantasy for sure.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't love it personally. Like the way that the thing is framed is kind of awkward to me.
The epic battle is joined. Yeah, I can see what you're getting at.
What do you think of these statues?
Are those like chimeras?
Or sphinxes?
Either way, they're going, ah!
They look very uncomfortable. I'd like to stand up, please. The White Raven on Melisandre.
That heralds the end of summer.
Yeah. Is there a scene where Melisandre like remarks on that?
I don't think Melisandre ever holds a White Raven.
Yeah. But like Cresson announces that the White Raven has arrived.
That's the prologue of Clash.
Who's bowing to Stannis here?
It won't be Davos.
Yeah, I mean he looks like a fancy lordling or something.
Is it Alistair Florent?
Oh yeah,
someone like that.
Yeah. That's a good guess.
Stannis is already wearing a crown here. I don't know. And he's got the stag in a heart sigil.
Yeah, I think it's an invented scene.
Yeah.
I think it's fine. Like, I think that the appearances of the characters are quite book accurate.
Stannis is a bowling king.
But there's no, like, great imagery or anything there, really.
I like the style.
Yeah. Storm of Swords, Book 3, Hoster's Funeral.
You got Uncle Brendan, Cat Edmure. Is that Rob?
Yeah, that's probably Rob. Looking very grown up. I like Catelyn's wearing like black mourning clothes.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But brother didn't get the memo.
Well, he's the Lord of Riverrun. Ooh.
Jaime returning to King's Landing. Short one hand. Short his hair as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Like his horse's armor.
Yeah, all in white. I like that a lot.
And then there isn't one for dance.
Yeah.
That I could find at least.
Because by the time George finished the 5th book, this style was out of fashion.
Yep. There might exist one somewhere. I think I found some unused ones, but I don't think there's one that Stephen Youll made.
Do you want to do some wacky ones?
Some wacky ones?
Yeah.
Yep, let's get wacky.
What are some of the... Yeah, these are wacky.
So where are we? We're in Taiwan now.
So, what is going on here, Glidus?
That's a great question. These appear to be the others. We haven't seen others depicted in the cover yet.
Yeah. Which, I mean, it kind of makes sense for them to be on the cover because they are in the prologue, aren't they?
And they are like the overarching worry of the series, aren't they?
I really like the skeletal hands.
Yeah, that's awesome. The thin sword. Everything about them is elegant and dangerous.
It's extremely creepy. I like the unnecessary spikes on the shoulders. and they're wearing like cloths over their mouths as well, which is interesting.
I really do like this depiction of the others.
Yeah. And the way that they're like standing there, like watchful in a line, like that's kind of like how it's described in the prologue when the White Walkers are like watching a White Walker fight Waymar. It's like this ceremonial duel that happens between Waymar and the other in the book.
Something about Game of Thrones that I always hated, the show I mean, is that like the others are just depicted as kind of dudes.
Yeah.
White Walkers, I should say, when talking about the show. Whereas like here, like in the books, they clearly have a codified society with traditions and
language and laughter is described in the prologue.
They're much more almost human, you could say, because of that, and that makes them more terrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, whereas in the show, they're just like inhuman monster boogans that just jump out and kill people.
Yep.
I mean, you know, I think in season 1 that had everything to do with their limited budget.
Yeah.
But yeah, if they had more money, they could have actually done them as the sort of elegant, ghostly figures described in the books. I think it's quite weird that Ghost's eyes are here.
Well, you had to put something in the bottom left corner.
Yeah, it's a bit weird. It's a bit weird. I mean, it sort of implies a connection between the old gods and the White Walkers, which is a very real connection. But I don't know if George filled the Taiwanese illustrator in.
Yeah, I was going to say, especially like when this was coming out.
Yeah.
This is a lot goofier.
It is. It is. I think these rounded towers are interesting.
Yeah.
Some of the more phallic architecture that I've seen.
So Game of Thrones Part 2. Is this the Hands Tourney?
Yeah, I figure that's the Mountain and Loras, probably.
With their Knights Templar shields.
Oh yeah, they got crosses on them. What is with that?
I think no, the Mountains is accurate. Is that no? That's an England shield. It's 3 lions.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Horizontal,
which is accidentally almost close to the Clegane 3 dogs.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that they have this like flat-topped helmet on Gregor, which is also what he has in season 1 of Game of Thrones. I guess that's a coincidence?
It must be a coincidence. Well, I don't think that the costume designers in the first season of Game of Thrones consulted the Taiwanese cover.
Well, unless this came out after. Is that possible?
I don't think it did, but it could be.
Yeah, who knows?
No.
Oh yeah, this is not good.
Okay, we went a bit downhill here.
We started this is
The first one was so.
Is
so
this
cool.
even the same illustrator? Like I guess it is.
It's the same publisher.
Oh my god.
It doesn't look like the same visual style though.
It's the same like colored
That's
pencils
a
sort
fucking-
of look.
He's coming to get you.
Oh boy.
What's this even supposed to be? Oh, it's Jorah versus Kotho.
Oh.
But there are no dragons alive at that point in time.
Yeah, I thought it was Bronn fighting the Mountain Clansman.
But there's
With a
the
decorative
dragon.
It looks like two different illustrations that were glued together. It looks like they drew the warriors and then they said, what if we put a dragon in the background to make it more exciting?
It's looking a bit dead in the left, isn't it?
They have this space here. It's also a four-legged dragon, which is not what's described in the books or the show.
It's got 6 limbs. It's an insect.
This guy looks like he's made of beef. Like, my god, does he work out?
Yeah, like he's got 4 Trogdor limbs.
He's gone full Trogdor. And I guess this isn't Bronn because Bronn wouldn't be wearing all this armor.
Is this one of those just generic pieces of art they had lying around and that they just used for this cover?
Yeah, if I tried to think of the most generic fantasy art possible, it would be something like this. Yeah, no, that's an E tier for sure. Like, it is kind of visually appealing. There's a lot of action and movement and color in there.
But like, I'm
kind of
starting
fun,
to see the appeal of the Bantam covers that we're so used to. You know, the simple, simplistic. They're simple and simplistic. Those symbols, right? There's so much more attention grabbing, even though they're like very bare, obvious things.
It's something that you can sort of meditate on. Like, it gives you a simple thing that you can grasp.
And it being a single thing is a lot more captivating, I think.
Yeah, and the bold singular color, it gives each book a clear identity. Yeah, these are gonna age a whole lot better than this did. Yeah. So we're on Clash now. This is Arya at Harrenhal, you'd reckon, and those are the gargoyles at Harrenhal? The gargoyles at Harrenhal? Yeah, this is another inexplicable, bizarre one. Like to me, it looks like a gargoyle at Dragonstone. Yeah. Like the stone dragons. But that's clearly Arya. Yeah, I don't know who that can be with not Arya. With a spear? Maybe it's meant to be Needle, and that was just wildly misinterpreted what Needle is meant to be. Maybe there was something, yeah. She's got jewelry. Like, she's got like an armband and a necklace. Oh no, that's got to be like a sand snake. But it's Clash. Well, it's a Clash of Kings. It kind of looks like how you'd think like Nymeria sand. Well, one of the young sand snakes even. Like Elia. Yeah, Elia Sand training against on Dragonstone. What is with the arms that dragon has? He looks like fucking Monty Burns. Jesus. Yeah, no, that's I kind of like it as an image. It's kind of interesting. Yeah, but for a cover of A Clash of Kings, I don't think it really scans. People in the live chat are saying it's Mira Reed. It's an Unsullied. It's a child of the forest. No one has any clue. It's Nettles taming sheep stealer. It's a normal hunt in the neck. Maybe this is how the Crannogmen eat. They're just gargoyles flying around. I like it. Yeah, no, thanks for the brainstorming though, guys. This just seems like a shit post. I don't know what you're talking about. I love this one. What do you love about it? I love, well, first of all, the massive dragon looming over the cover that's going, yeah, at you. It's like rising out of the sea, like a leviathan. I don't know exactly what that's supposed to be representing. It's a sexy Halloween death. Yeah, man. It's a Neil Gaiman Sandman death. It's a goth death. Very far removed from Terry Pratchett's death, don't you think? Slightly.
So it's death in swimwear.
I like the dragon's eyebrows.
Yeah, on fleek, I believe is the term.
Very fleek.
Look, I did interpret what's coming out of the back of Little Death there as the shadow baby of Melisandre that she would birth around this time in the series, but like that doesn't... None of the rest of what's going on here screams Melisandre to me.
Yeah, I think that's a great point, that it's kind of like the shadow monster coming out of Melisandre.
But that's about it.
I mean, I think the dragon, you could generously say, is the dragon that Melisandre wants to wake from stone.
I really doubt that the Taiwanese illustrator ran with that single line.
Well, it's just the scythe. The scythe makes no sense. Why?
She's gonna cut some wheat, bro.
I mean, Melisandre sort of is death in some senses, but yeah, no. This is a bad
But the
cover.
bikini.
The white worm, someone says in the live chat. It's Mazaria.
Oh yeah.
Why is this better House of the Dragon, Dance of the Dragons art than Song of Ice and Fire art?
Maybe George released Fire and Blood 2 decades earlier in Taiwan.
It would not shock me. I hear The Winds of Winter has been out for years over there. Okay, this is actually kind of great. Dude,
Are those people or are they skeletons?
those are spooky skeletons.
Oh my god.
Isn't that amazing? With curved swords and shields on a bridge. Like when
Is this supposed to be the assault on King's Landing?
When I first saw this, I thought, oh, that's Robb's Northern Army crossing the Twins. Well, that was in
At the end of a Game of Thrones.
Yeah, there's meant to be clash, isn't it?
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's clearly the Army of the Dead. I don't know what they're doing on the bridge. Is this how they're going to cross the wall on a big bridge? Is this them breaching the wall?
Well, there is a bridge across the gorge on the west end of the wall, isn't there?
Yeah, there's the Bridge of Skulls. That's why they all have skulls.
Yeah. Again, the Taiwanese illustrators got the deep dive.
We can generously overinterpret anything.
Oh man, this one.
This is sick. I love it.
It goes hard.
How many dead wolves are there? There's Grey Wind's head on Robb, but there's also at least two more wolves.
And there's
in
the one
background.
screaming at him from the right.
Oh yeah. 1, 2, 3. There's 4 wolves in this.
That one may not be dead. The one on the right? I don't know.
So obviously this is the Red Wedding. This is the death of Robb Stark. And I guess that's meant to be Catelyn weeping in the background. I don't know why she has blonde hair.
It could be Jane Westerling.
Oh yeah. I think you mean Talisa Maygear.
Shut up. Why does part of my brain is screaming that this looks AI generated?
Yeah, I mean the composition is very weird.
It's so strange.
Because I feel like this was meant to be a full like landscape piece or something. Because like they've cut off that wolf's head in the framing of the shot, and they've cut off that wolf's head.
Yeah, it's very strange.
It's very awkward.
Maybe it wraps around to the spine and the back cover.
The red sky is good for the Red Wedding.
But like, why is it on a mountainous background? Why are we in a field at the Red Wedding?
Well, I mean they paraded his head around outside.
Yeah, but then there's a crying lady in the background, and it looks like Robb is currently dying.
People in the live chat are saying count the fingers to check if it's AI generated. Oh, what a brave new world we're living in. People in the live chat are also suggesting that the other direwolves around might represent like Nymeria.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And yeah, the other Starks or Nymeria's pack and like the grief.
The dead one on the ground there could be Lady then.
Oh yeah. I mean, it'd be really cool if they were the different colors for each of the direwolves, but those mountains in the background make no sense.
Exactly. It's like this is so strange, but I don't hate it at all.
No, same. Like the kneeling wolf-headed Robb Stark
imagery
with the crown.
If you take that subject and then just like maybe zhuzh up the background a bit.
Yeah. With some zhuzhing, it could be great.
Yeah, give it a bit of zhuzh. All right. Now, okay. I like the harpy in the background. Top of the pyramid.
So this is Daenerys in Meereen with her dragons at the end of book 3. when she's freed the people and she's proclaiming herself as their leader.
There's only 2 of them. Where's Drogon? Is that Drogon in the background there?
Well, that jet with the speed lines behind
Yeah.
him. I think it is.
Yeah.
Vroom. What is
He's
that
he's
line?
broken Mark II.
I love that Daenerys is having a big moment over here, and Drogon is just off like setting world records, land speed records in the background, which kind of works because Drogon does do his own thing, and
runs away.
being not controlled by Daenerys is a thing.
Everyone loves the 4-legged dragons.
Yeah. The thing that stands out to me is the weird, brightly colored hair. Like this lustrous L'Oreal shampooed hair on all of these slaves that Daenerys has just
Because
freed.
they're worth it.
It's just so weird how prominent the brightly colored hair is.
It breaks up the monotony of that part of the image, I guess.
This weird brown lumps that Daenerys is standing. There's a lot that I hate about this, I'll be honest. Daenerys also doesn't have a face, which is interesting.
Well, faces are extra.
She also has proportions like Gumby. Look how tall and thin she is.
Yeah, true.
She's meant to be a 14-year-old... How old? 13? 14-year-old girl?
She would be 14 or 15 here.
Yeah, so yeah,
I think 14.
I think I hate this one. There's very little that's redeeming about this.
Yeah.
The dragons look...
What the hell's going on here? What's that about?
Where? These trees?
Yeah, like what?
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
It's just like a green-brown sludge.
This looks to me like a digital composition of some paper hand-drawn pieces that have been sort of awkwardly like stapled together in Photoshop. It's very weird. Some people in the live chat say that Daenerys is a faceless man, confirmed for not having a face. Oh my goodness. What the fuck is that?
You ever played Warcraft? And they're on mammoths too. Okay, I like that. I like that we've got some mammoth depiction. So these are the giants, I guess.
Yeah. This is the giants with the wildlings meeting Jon Snow. Jon Snow has very long hair.
Is that Mance at the front of the Free Folk?
Oh, yeah.
Is that who that's supposed to be?
Well, there's a child with the person.
Okay. And that's Tormund next to him.
Oh, yeah. That's actually a cool depiction of Tormund.
Yeah.
I wish this was better resolution.
Yeah, sorry. This is directly from George R.R. Martin's website. Like, I did the best I could.
The giant has drums? There's also, like, an abominable snowman in the background with horns. I quite enjoy that.
The Yeti from Monsters, Inc.
I kind of enjoy the, like, leaning into the wackiness, monstrousness of the giant. Because the giants are pretty crazy. Like, in the show, they just made them these big hairy dudes, which was also kind of cool. I think they did a fairly good job with the giants.
Yeah, I mean, they could have given them more to do.
But,
especially with one in that episode I am not wont to mention, not swinging about a tree that everyone wanted them to swing about in that battle.
Oh, someone reckons this is Rattleshirt.
That would make more sense. I see another dude with a skull on his head over there. That could.
Oh, yeah.
So, I don't know. I really like Jon in the foreground here.
Yeah.
His hair is luscious.
Yeah,
I'm
seeing
jealous.
his perspective from behind like that is cool. Like seeing their power dwarfing his lone self is really
very
cool. Yeah.
Okay.
Who's that? Is that Jamie?
Accepting a raven. Zoom in on the hand, because if it's Jamie.
Brienne?
Yeah, they've got Booba, if you look at the chest.
Yeah, I guess that's
So
Brienne.
it won't be Jamie.
It doesn't... Like, Brienne is meant to be very big. Like, she doesn't look very big and physically imposing, but
it's
like...
going to be the first part of Feast, someone accepting a raven.
Yeah, I don't think the raven... I don't remember anyone...
Travel.
I think it's Brienne and they just added a raven.
To make it more interesting. I love the purple background.
Someone says it's Arya. Does Arya ride a horse in Feast? Yeah, she does.
When?
Doesn't she... Oh, no, she's already in Bravos.
She's in Bravos.
Yeah, no, sorry, yeah. Yeah, I think it's Brienne.
Probably supposed to be Brienne. And maybe Podrick just became a raven.
Someone says Asher. Podrick became a raven. I quite like the vibe
Could
of
be
it.
Asher.
I like the mood of this piece.
Yeah. Oh, we are now out of Taiwan.
Okay, yes. This was our Taiwan segment. Thank you for
We have now
enjoying
visited
our
Taiwan
Taiwan segment. We can tick that off
on
our
our journey around the world.
bucket list. I think overall it's not great. I call it how I see it. Shall we move on to Croatia?
Why not? So this one, what's going on here?
What is going on? So this is book 1, and I guess those are mountain clansmen. In front of the Eyrie. Because they look so ferocious.
If that's the Eyrie, I'm disappointed.
That guy's got like this spiked club. I mean, armored horses don't make sense for the mountain clansmen. It could be like the tourney of the hand, I guess.
Nah.
There's a melee.
Like
at
these
the tourney
guys
of the hand.
these guys are racing into battle.
So I guess it's like Rob's battles.
Could this be a generic piece of fantasy art that they just glued on?
Yeah, I think it is. Like, I want to be generous, but there is nothing here that's unique to Game of Thrones. Like, yeah, that castle, Red Keep, maybe.
I really like how the text there, the title of the book, is put in a really unreadable font and color.
Yeah, this is a masterclass in how not to do graphic design.
Coming from us, experts in the field.
Young Ned and Robert, someone says in the live chat. I like that interpretation.
But it's a Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it makes it. Well, yeah, it's not, but it like is cool. Like that's about the age,
I guess.
Actually, no. They were quite young at Robert's Rebellion,
Yeah,
weren't they?
like late teens.
Yeah. All right. Whatever. That's not very good.
No. Oh.
Unfortunately, due to YouTube's stupid rules, we'll skip that one.
I won't be
but
talking about it. I'm sure it was the most beautiful piece of art we could have shown you, though.
we all are poorer people for having missed out.
I think this is a step above what we were just looking at.
Yeah, this one's actually badass.
I love the scabbard.
Yeah, the sword looks incredible. And this is obviously actual Game of Thrones art,
And
which
Ghost
is a plus.
going...
Go away, I'm pooping. That's what that says to me.
Ghost wouldn't care.
John's wearing either a crown or a circlet or a headband.
It's
a sweatband.
It's a sweatband.
He's working
he just
out.
went for a run.
This is his active wear. He's got to jog along the wall to stay fit. Yeah, I love the action pose. Looks really cool. And yeah, I guess this is on the wall. I don't know why there's like a gap in the wall.
It is an awesome landscape, though.
Yeah, it looks incredible.
Maybe it's not the wall, because this is Storm of Swords.
Fist of the First Man?
It could be, yeah, or like along the Milkwater.
I think the font once again is terrible.
It's so bad.
Terrible choice.
Why choose that color?
Is
that papyrus? I don't think it is, but
something worse than papyrus.
Yeah.
Yeah. I like that there's a tree that's as tall as whatever this like mountain is. It's very sort of like hyper real and like exaggerated in a way that fits George's world, I think, because George's structures are ridiculous and big.
Yeah. I think the best part about this is the sword.
Someone says that it looks like Ghost has hands, but it's just a tree that's behind his paw in like the worst
he's
possible
about
way.
to throw down with you.
Ghost looks so awkward. You know those like people make fun of like superhero comic book covers that have like the girl's butt and chest and face all
like
facing the cover simultaneously
contorted to make them as sexualized as possible.
I feel like Ghost is contorted.
Ghost
like
is doing that.
dogs don't do that. Like he's got so many directions his body is. Yeah, no, the Ghost is not great. The art style of John looks completely different to the art style of Ghost to me. Very weird. I kind of enjoy it.
I would buy this book if I saw it in the store.
I want this as a poster, actually. That'd be good. My goodness.
What is up with Cersei's face here?
Yeah, she's
Oh my god.
She looks...
What is up with Jaime's face?
Jaime's so mad. I mean, it kind of works because Jaime is turning away from Cersei and breaking up with Cersei in this book, so...
It looks like he just smelled a terrible fart, though.
Yeah, he really does. Something weird, that sword, interesting design. The statues, like winged men? Are you seeing? Is that a wing on that man with a sword?
Yeah, of course.
My god.
Gosba Vrana.
And Cersei's outfit is wildly ridiculous.
She would never wear white.
It's like a sexy bride costume.
I like how the artist took the liberty to give her stipple.
Stipple.
Yep, stiff nipple.
I've learned a new word.
You learn so much in these.
I know, you're educating me. Yeah, I like the concept. Like, I like having the two Lannisters on the cover.
Yeah.
Like, sort of turned away from each other with the sword in between them. Like it shows their conflict, but their actual, like, faces and costumes...
It's not very good, is it?
Are not good.
And again, the font, even, like, George's name at the top there, that, like, intersecting with the castle, it looks terrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Like, and there's also this massive, like, wall
What's
taking
that
up
about?
the entire,
That looks
like,
dreadful.
bottom half.
Is this clip art?
If they just shifted it all down and
then
left George's name up there.
Yes.
See, we make a few thumbnails and we think we're graphic designers. So that was the end of Croatia.
Yep, we're now moving on to...
Thank you for accompanying us to sunny Croatia.
What did you think of Croatia?
I think the country's great. I think this particular set of images...
From it?
Not as great. Not as great. Someone in the live chat says that Cersei looks like a figure skater.
I love her nails. Wow, where'd she get them done?
My God. Yeah. Wait.
Why? Is she...
Yeah. Well. Yeah. No. Let's move on. The more I look at it.
Okay. Now we're in Czechia.
Yeah. The Czech Republic.
This is so much better.
Yeah. This is actually
This
great.
is awesome.
I love the border as well.
Yeah, it reminds me. But I think it might be better than the Japanese ones, honestly.
Because it's got this texture that says old. You know, it's gorgeous. And yes, that's John. I mean, John looks too old, I think.
He's 16 pushing on 34.
Yep. The shield is weird. But, like, yeah, I mean, everything about this is lovely. It just looks lovely. John in the north. Quite decorative.
Yeah, horse necklace.
Gear. I guess this is before he joins the Night's Watch. Maybe this is on the way to the Castle Black. But yeah, I like it.
Ooh.
Book 2, Clash of Kings.
This is exciting. We've still got a border, but it's, been revised. It's now some brickwork.
I guess this is the
Battle
of the Blackwater.
We've got a Kingsguard knight there, so yeah.
So I guess that's a Lannister fighting one of Stannis's blokes, I guess.
Yeah, you'd think.
And that's bloody not Meryn Trant. Who's the one who stabs Tyrion again?
Oh man.
Mandon Moore.
Mandon Moore.
I guess that might be.
That's
Mandon
why I
Moore.
said oh Mandon Moore.
Oh Mandon Moore. Yeah, I mean it's okay. It's sort of hard to see what's going on.
Yeah. And
it doesn't have any main characters. Yeah, take it or leave it.
Leave it.
Oh my God.
This is a stark difference.
So I guess that's the Hound and Beric.
I love depictions of this fight. Pretty much always. It's so cool to see how people... Because it's such a fantastic moment.
Yeah. Yeah, this is when Beric has his flaming sword and the Hound kills Beric, but then Beric comes back to life. So is this the moment when Beric is killed by the Hound?
Well, which sword is flaming? Who's who?
Well, it doesn't really look like either of them are flaming to me, but like there's flame around them.
Yeah.
And it looks like this guy's just been killed. Or, well, no, maybe that's the Hound, and he's like...
thought that looked more like Sandor.
And that's a dog on the shield.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like 3 dogs in like a triplet around the shield.
That's cool as.
That's super cool. Triple dog shield. I love it.
Give me one.
So yeah, I guess that's that's the Hound getting messed up by the fire from Beric.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Beric doesn't look very Beric-y to me. Oh, actually, well, he looks very like Scarecrow, sort of thin and weird, which I kind of like, yeah. But he should be like one-eyed and stuff. It's also a bit of a spoiler. I don't know about the Starry Night surrounds, but yeah, overall, I kind of like it. Yeah.
This is incredibly different.
Yeah.
You don't see this scene depicted very often.
Yeah, so this is Euron Greyjoy at the Kingsmoot, and that's
the most boring depiction of Euron Greyjoy I've seen since Game of Thrones.
Well, it's not that bad.
No.
Yeah, so Euron in the books is like a mystic pirate, terrifying...
He looks like a middle-aged bloke you'd see at the pub.
Like, he's meant to be like Lovecraftian Captain Jack Sparrow.
This guy's name is like Jeremy or something.
He does look like a Jeremy. Yeah, no, it's not a very good year on. But I like the Dragon Binder.
Yeah, Dragon Binder looks cool. And Naga's ribs behind them.
Yeah, the bones of the great sea serpent.
In fact, this piece is actually quite beautiful. Are those the... I like the standing pillars behind them in the rising out of the ocean.
Yeah, I don't think those are actually described in the books, but it does look cool.
Yeah.
And I like how the ships are dwarfed by the rock.
Mm.
Gives a sense of the bigness and the oldness and the time and the scale.
Oh, that's not Dragon Binder. That's actually just an elephant kissing that man.
Oh, yeah. An elephant with a skin condition of some kind.
It's a Makoro elephant.
Oh, there's got to be Brienne.
This is a lot less exciting. This is very boring.
Well, some people say the same thing about this book. Some people find Brienne's travels through the Riverlands to be very boring.
No way. Nimble Dick Crab is the most exciting person I've ever heard of.
Oh, and that's got to be Oathkeeper, the sword, huh?
Yeah.
And I guess that's Podrick in the background. Don't know where Podrick got that helmet and armor and stuff.
Found it.
Yeah. No, I actually kind of... I dig it. This captures the mood of Brienne's just like sad, hopeless trudge through the Riverlands.
I don't think it's going to sell that well, though.
No, I don't think it is.
It's incredibly dreary. Like, this color palette is... like, it's like a light beige to a dark beige. It's very nuanced. Like, clearly the artist who made this is very gifted. But
yeah.
I don't know if it works fantastically for selling a book.
I agree. It shouldn't be a cover, but it should be...
Like, if this were inside the book, it would blow me away. Like, if it were an inset illustration.
Someone says that's Heil Hunt, not Podrick. That makes sense.
That would make more sense.
Yeah. Well, that was our Gallivant through the Czech Republic.
Bit of a mixed bag, but
very
overall,
mixed bag.
I think I like them.
I think these are multiple different artists.
Yeah.
I think this artist sort of knows what they're doing.
Mm.
Would you like to move on to the Netherlands?
Yeah.
So this is Game of Thrones. Jon Snow.
Game of Thrones
with Ghost.
Is this the Haunted Forest?
Yeah, the Haunted Forest looks like a haunted forest.
It really does.
Yeah, I enjoy it.
He looks spooked.
Does Jon even go into the Haunted Forest in book 1?
Isn't the heart tree where they say the oath slightly in the Haunted Forest?
Yeah.
And I guess Ghost does go with him, but like he wouldn't be alone and he wouldn't be scared, I don't think.
If you removed Ghost from this, I almost would see this as the prologue.
Yeah, and him instead as Jared or Waymar Royce.
Because this like scared, tense mood is perfect for that.
Yeah.
Someone says that's Dawn. Yeah. I don't know. I don't hate it, but I don't know what moment it's meant to capture.
Now this one, this is the Voyager cover, but just redone in Dutch. We didn't look at the Voyager covers earlier. They're English.
We can do that.
Yeah, just briefly. So these were made by Jim Burns. I think they're mostly sold in the UK, and like they have such an interesting theme to them with this framing device. It's different on all of them. They have a character in each bottom corner, and then a scene being depicted in the middle of the frame. They're quite interesting. Like it's a strict format.
It's very like 90s, right?
This one was not used. It was like a mock-up he did for Dance with Dragons.
Strong Belwas.
Yep.
Barristan Selmy.
Yep. Daenerys hearing about this guy's dead goat, I think.
No, well, the dead child.
That's definitely a child, yep. And he's just carrying her around in a sack.
What's her name? Hazia?
Yep.
Yeah. I like the moon and the stars over there as well.
And if you go up, I think those are the dual horses adorning Vaesthoth-Rak.
Yeah, true. It's quite nice.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail here.
Yeah.
And then the dragon skulls either side of the curtain holding the whole thing
up.
up.
True. Why is this painted on wood? Why is this painted on wood?
I do not know. I just found the image somewhere and saved it.
This is probably George's bathroom.
I think it was Jim Burns's own. He posted it.
Yeah. No. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. What about the other ones? So this is book 1.
Mm-hmm.
black dragon skulls in the crypt. I guess that's Daenerys and Ned on either side.
I would think so, yeah.
Who's this blue knight?
With a crazy ornate horse.
To me, it says Loras. It should be green, but Loras would be all ornate like that.
I like his lance. Really colourful.
Book 2.
So we've got Melisandre and...
Rob.
Yeah, with the iron spikes.
What are these bloody critters?
That's...
I think they're meant to be dragons with the wings. They just look extremely weird. They look like birds.
like really birdy.
Yeah. And that's... Well, I guess that's Dragonstone, which looks really weird.
Yeah. I kind of like that, though.
It looks like a crazy... powerful monolith, dominating monolith.
And if you compare it to the size of the houses in the foreground, it's fucking massive.
Yeah, it looks very cool. Oh my god, I love Melisandre's hair as well.
Yeah.
And they managed to get her cleavage in there very
course.
very subtly and elegantly. Yeah.
It's always been a fact of publishing. Tits sell.
Yeah. I do kind of like the ridiculous Dragonstone. I mean, because that's like the power of Valyria, you know? Like, that's like the last monument, like Ozymandias of like when Valyria was here. That's cool. Now, what the fuck is happening here?
So this is Beric versus the Hound. I think this is a pretty cool depiction of that. Although I think that all depictions of that are cool. And is that Sansa on the left in the Eyrie?
Or Lysa? Or Marjorie somewhere?
Unclear.
And that looks like Tyrion.
Oh, yeah.
With a helmet.
That's
after the
strange.
Blackwater, I guess.
And if you scroll up, you can see the skulls with helmets having a shouting match at each other.
Yeah, and the helmet is what they use on the main covers as well.
Yeah.
More mammoth representation.
We stan. I love the ravens framing the whole thing. That's cool.
I don't even know who these people are meant to be. It's too blurry.
Yeah, sorry. I did what I could.
Not blame it. Book 4, Bravos, the Titan. It looks like Brienne with the Lothston shield.
It does.
Oh, look.
That's cool detail, the Lothston shield.
Yeah, well, this person clearly actually read the books.
Yeah.
And I guess that's John with the Raven. That's cute.
Yep. And we talked about that.
Yeah.
Cool. So those are the Voyager. That's the Voyager series of covers.
Oh, do you want to do the French?
Oh my god, yeah. Let's talk about the French ones. Jeez.
So this is a weird French edition of the books with some wacky art.
I actually really like this art, but I hate the framing.
Yeah, the like grey...
It's disgusting.
Yeah, it's very unpleasant. But the actual artwork, I mean, this is gorgeous.
That's really cool.
Do you think that's meant to be a Night's Watchman?
I think it's an other.
Yeah.
With the glowing eyes and the spindly sword.
Or a white.
Yeah.
Yeah, I dig it. This is
It's a
weird.
direwolf.
What? Yeah, what? Like, at first I thought it was like the Tower of Joy. Like Ned approaching the Tower of Joy.
I guess that is written about in the Game of Thrones in the second half.
Yeah, but the wolf doesn't make sense.
Is it Rob approaching the twins?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's a good guess. Is that a Khajiit?
Does he have wares?
The dead... I mean, that looks like a Feast for Crows.
It does.
Cover
I
to me.
think this could be Harrenhal, like the torture pits.
Oh, yeah. Well, I was thinking like Daenerys when she nailed up those...
That's in Storm.
Yeah.
I wonder who this is supposed to be.
Oh, is this Melisandre taking off her robe to give birth to the shadow monster?
Yeah, I bet this one sold.
Yeah, this looks cool. Like the stormy background
Yeah.
as well, the magical shadowy background.
But just the border is so gross.
Yeah, I hate that grey
It's
border.
so bad.
It's awful.
And the text as well is pretty intrusive.
Yeah. It's a lot of words. I think the blue face paint on Melisandre is interesting. Maybe it's meant to make her look more sort of exotic.
Mystical.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I like this image. Daenerys. Looking intimate with her dragon.
As you do. L'Invincible Fortress.
Not sure why her hair is black.
I don't either know why that is, but this appears to be the House of the Undying, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess so.
So, her lips are blue.
Oh, yeah, good pick. It's very weird that her hair is dark, but
yeah.
Maybe it's meant to just be like shadowed.
It's a
or
trick
something.
of the light.
Trick of the light. Oh, my
hello.
God. This is great.
Oh, is this the attack of the fist?
Yeah. So this is the Army of the Dead attacking the Night's Watchman in Book 3.
The very start of Storm of Swords.
That looks great. I love how fearsome a single white looks. Like, very quickly in the show, individual whites just became
So
not
bland.
scary. Like, they're
Yeah.
just these, like, zombies who will just disintegrate at the slightest jostle. Whereas this guy looks like a fearsome...
They really did feel like drones from Star Wars, the Star Wars prequels.
They felt
Just
like they were...
You bat one lightly and it just falls to dust.
Like they were made of Lego. Yeah, so I like that.
Oh yeah.
This is cool.
That's so cool.
So this is a Storm of Swords cover.
I love
with
the
like,
huge eye.
Yeah. It's actually great because this is like the Weirwood's green sight power. Like this is Bran and his direwolf. And I guess this is them getting to Bloodraven's cave, I guess, with like the whites chasing them.
There's a good boy standing in the door.
I like how alien the tree and the eye looks, you know?
Yeah.
Because I always compare the Weirwoods and the Old Gods to the alien hive mind in George Martin's sci-fi story, A Song for Leia.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this looks like Song for Leia to me. Like, the alienness of the hive mind thing, yeah. That's pretty cool.
This is a complete departure.
Yeah, what is that? Ygritte?
I think yes, because it's a lady who appears to be dying in the cold at the end of A Storm of Swords.
I mean, she should be redheaded. It's kind of a thing.
It's a trick of the light.
I mean, I guess Lyanna is another option, but why would you put that in
Storm of Swords? Cat.
Oh, yeah. I mean, again, yeah, I mean, the black hair.
Maybe it's Stoneheart. Doesn't look very zombie-ish, though, except for the blue face.
Actually, yeah, I think Stoneheart's a good pick. Because isn't Stoneheart in the epilogue of Storm?
Yeah.
So I think that kind of makes sense. And like the blood from her mouth specifically, because she's like mute.
Yeah.
Sort of vaguely connects. Maybe the illustrator is colorblind, they say in the live chat. Yeah.
Although you would have picked a different vocation, maybe.
Oh, someone says Gilly. Maybe it's like Gilly in the like flight south.
I could be.
Yeah. Ooh.
Ooh. Oh, there's a fourth, A Storm of Swords. It's such a long book.
Yeah. When I saw this, I thought like John Con. Because the helmet looks like a...
It does look like an eagle or a griffin, but it can't be John Con. Because it's Storm of Swords.
And then I thought Areo Hotar, who also is not in Storm, but he looks like an old warrior guard kind of guy.
Barristan?
Yeah, I suppose it's Barristan. Although, he's barely in... When does he... Yeah, he's not in... No, yeah, he's in Storm. He appears then. Yeah, I guess it's Barristan.
Do the books just meld together in your brain?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, my guess is Barristan.
I think it's Barristan.
Oh, Blackfish, someone says. Blackfish is a good guess.
I guess the Blackfish is around there, yeah. This is the end of this series, I suppose. This string of covers. There's a lot of different French versions, though.
Pretty Castle Black. I think this is Mark Simonetti.
Yeah?
And apparently that's meant to be Tyrion.
Yeah, that makes sense. That blotch of pixels over there.
Which is pretty cool, how Tyrion's like dwarfed by the city.
Yeah.
I don't know what moment this is meant to be. Like, I could see this fitting in Clash, but...
He's not in King's Landing at all.
Yeah, exactly.
In Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is yet another publisher.
That looks... I mean, it's got to be a Stark. I guess it's Rob or Ned or something. It's so generic.
Yeah, this is... And then there's just the word Roman sitting off in the...
For some reason.
And that's so awkwardly placed. Oh, I don't like these at all. I mean, this piece of art is interesting, at the least, but...
Yeah, I think...
these are bad. I don't like these covers.
It's like feminine eyes. Is it meant to be Cersei? Oh, yeah.
Wearing a crown?
Stannis. That's just a
that's
close-up of the other one, isn't it?
Yeah, that's the...
Yeah, we saw that.
The Jim Burns art.
It looks good. Melisandre.
This is the same piece of art, but it's just been moved. Oh my god, it's the same one again.
Why did they center it on that guy?
What the hell?
We don't even know who that guy is.
This is terrible.
Yeah, they just sort of like reused
the
this
same piece of art. You can see Stannis' head being cut off by the fucking text.
Yeah, that's so awkward. If you had these 3 copies of the book, you could reassemble the piece by putting them next to each other.
You'd
like
have
a
to
panorama.
off-center them though. This is so bad.
That's terrible. I hate it.
Oh no.
So once again, they use like multiple shot. Like,
Yeah.
who's this guy? Is that meant to be the Blackfish, or is that just a Tully servant?
That's Delp.
This art was not created to be divided into several
I think
different...
this is the Jim Burns art again.
Yeah, it is. Which, like, I wish we had the full thing in that high res.
Yeah, because it looks great.
It looks fantastic, but we've only got these chunks of it.
This is such a shit cover.
Oh my god. Catelyn and Rob. This I kind of like in isolation.
Yeah.
It's not bad. That's not
There's
good.
a 4th. Oh my god.
They must be quite short little books when they're in sections. But yeah, it's not great.
That's
it's not
terrible.
Great. Well, this is cool.
What's going on here?
It looks like the way to the Erie.
It does,
or
and it would
like
be because it's
across the.
the
yeah,
way
I guess
down
it's like,
in Feast when they leave the Erie because winter's coming.
it's like Sansa and like
Yeah,
Littlefinger.
Maya
in there.
Stone.
I don't think there's any like actual contraption like that in the books.
There's like a basket that you have to get into like.
But that's going like laterally.
Yeah,
That almost looks like it's on the wall.
that is terrifying.
Look how it's like bending down from the weight of the cart. That looks very unsafe. Would not ride.
She'll be fine.
Would not ride.
This is terrible.
Yeah, what have they done?
No,
They've got the Jim Burns art again, and someone's gone in with Photoshop and cut him out, and then put it tiny little mini Stannis.
He's a teeny
Teeny tiny mini Stannis.
and it's in the wrong book. Stannis isn't even in this book.
Oh no. Oh no. I mean, if I want to be unnecessarily generous, like it's like the weight of like the words, like the power, the title, the throne, the kingdom, the crown is weighing down on Stannis's head. Like Stannis looks
you're giving them way
stressed,
too much,
and he looks like compressed, and he looks like weighed down by the responsibility.
And the only thing holding him up is the name of the publishing company.
Only a Pygmalion can possibly help Stannis.
This is the worst one.
All right, just for this.
What the fuck is this?
F tier. All right, yeah, that was terrible. All right.
Oh, the Blanvalet ones.
So this is just gonna enrage all of the purists because these ones have heraldry on them.
Yep.
These German
And
editions,
some of them are just straight up wrong.
like the color is just wrong.
However, I love these.
Oh, they've actually got the house words.
Yeah, they have the
on
words,
there
and we're
as
going to
well.
talk about that when it becomes a piece of contention. But yeah, it says Der Winter naht, so winter is coming. Hot mich brüllen.
Hear me roar.
Yep. And also these are both Game of Thrones. So we had Die Herren von Winterfell, which is the Lord of Winterfell, and then Das Erbe von Winterfell. Sorry, for all my German purists out there, which is the heir of Winterfell. So that's kind of a boring name to split up a Game of Thrones.
Yeah, that's not a good subtitle at all, in my opinion.
Then wir nicht sein, we do not sow.
Nice.
I actually really like this depiction of the Greyjoy sigil.
You know what? I think all the house words should be in German.
Do you think it's just
In
better?
Westeros, just all it sounds way better. Wir nicht sein. I love it.
Okay, this trout is a bit too floppy for my liking.
Yeah, it looks so... No one would paint that as their own heraldry. It looks like a blobfish.
Hey, be nice to blobfish.
Family Pelict?
Flicked. Yeah.
Is that honor?
Yeah.
Are you telling me that the way to say honor in German is pflicht?
You know, the consonant cluster, I'm pretty sure it doesn't occur in any English words except for German.
For good reason.
Yeah. And then following it up with a pfl. I love German. Beautiful language.
It sounds like onomatopoeia.
Maybe it is. Maybe that's what honor sounds like to German people.
Unser ist der Sohn.
I think that's wonderful. No, you're right. They all should be in German.
Yeah.
Auf Deutsch.
Sturm die Schwerter.
Sorry, everyone.
Storm of Swords. Fear und Blut.
Wonderful.
Die
Königin den Drachen. I want you to try this one.
Ungebuckt, ungesamt, ungebrochen.
I think it's great.
That one sounds worse. I think that one should be.
I don't know why it's on a pink shield, but I guess they already used yellow, did they?
So that's unbowed, unbent, unbroken. The Martell words. Die Dunkelkönigin. Die Dunkelkönigin. What does that mean?
Something about kings. Die Dunkel. I don't know what a Dunkel is.
We should know what a Dunkel is.
I did study German for... I mean, it was primary school. Nothing means anything.
I'm trying to Google translate it. The Dark Queen.
Interesting. And the words there are hoch wie die Ehre.
Oh, is Königin just the feminine of like...
So I guess the other one was duty.
Yeah, the Dark Queen. Which I guess is Cersei in this book. Yeah. It's kind of a weird... It's not a good subtitle. No. Like, she's not really a Dark Queen.
No, these titles are not very good.
Yeah, I don't like them.
Okay, this one is interesting. This is the Connington sigil. Yeah. Rendered in green, which is wrong. But the words here are really interesting because as far as we know in the English version, the words of House Connington are a griffin, a griffin. That's not what this says.
At least according to Westeros.org.
Yeah. It sounds more like a battle cry than like actual house, like a motto. But this says ein grimmiger Fiend, ein treuer Freund, which means, what is it? A something enemy, a loyal friend.
You've put in the text here, a fierce enemy, a loyal friend.
Yeah. So I think, I'm pretty sure this is the only source of those words. And there's another German cover that has the same ones, but like it doesn't appear anywhere else. So
do you think that George told that to the German publishers?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I think that's likely. And that's interesting that conflicts with Westeros.org saying it's a griffin, a griffin.
Yeah.
Get your story straight, George. Yeah, Publish your story, George.
For fuck's sake. Please. We're about to start YouTuber beef over the 4 words.
Der Son des Griffin, the son of the griffin.
Very well done. Good job.
Are you going to give me an A now?
No.
So I guess that's young Griff.
You get an S.
Because he pretends to be John Connington's
son
in the
first
5th
half
book.
A grim foe, a loyal fiend is a more accurate translation.
The Boltons.
Yeah, this one makes sense, I think.
Unser Klinger sind scharf.
Knives are sharp.
Oh, knives are sharp. Scharf.
Ein Tanz mit Drachen.
Yeah, some of it sounds so much worse in German, and some of it sounds so much better.
Yeah.
So I mean, Boltons and Conningtons are very interesting choices to put on the cover of these two books. The only reason they're using them is because they already used up the great houses in the previous books. A lot of these editions are suffering from poor planning. Like, if they planned this out, which again, like George's fault, probably.
I'm pretty sure these were released after A Dance with Dragons came out. I think they knew.
Yeah, well, they made some
and
choices
there's the whole
for
set.
sure.
This is why I like them, is that they just make a really nice set.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't love them because they're inconsistent with the colors.
Yeah.
And
also, you're the purist you were talking about.
I guess I am. They go from major to minor. The subtitles are bad.
Yeah.
And there's nothing like thematic about them. It's just like, here's a house, you know? Like, I prefer the generic English Bantam
I
ones.
just think they're neat.
Yeah. Look, I'm not yucking your yum, but
Good. It's my yum.
let's move on.
Do you want to finish the Dutch ones that we abandoned earlier?
Oh well, we're going sort of alphabetically, so I guess.
Except for the Dutch ones that you skipped.
That was down in. Where's the Dutch ones? All right, here's the Dutch ones.
It's under D for Dutch. Yeah, that's where we left off because it,
because these are the same as the Voyage ones.
At least that one is. Yeah, it's the same one. Okay.
So
okay, there was no point going back. Oh, no, this one's interesting because that's the Bantam one, except it's in a wrong color.
Well, that's a choice.
Why did they do that?
They said, copy my work, but make it look different.
I kind of like it.
I think the color is kind of nice, the yellow and the blue.
Yeah.
It's weird that they reversed the helmet. Oh, no, they didn't.
No.
Yeah. I don't know. It's fine. This is interesting. Is that an orb, or is that a coin, or is that a pendant?
It looks a lot like the object on the dance cover.
Yeah. Again, like, copy it, but make it different, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
About the purple background there.
The wolf... Or is that meant to be a lion? Because it's got a mane?
It's got dreads.
Yeah. Whatever.
And that's just the
Bantam
face cover. And that's an English one.
That's an old school
Oh,
English
man.
one.
So, I hate this series of covers.
Why do you hate it?
I mean, so the beam of light going through the middle is just so harsh.
Yeah.
What do you think of them?
I think it lines up nicely with this crow. I don't know why the crow is crowned. That doesn't really make sense.
Because crows are cool.
And
It's just too detailed, this dragon.
also, it's got too many legs. It looks like one of those like Welsh dragons.
It is
not
a Welsh
like
dragon.
a Westeros dragon.
Yeah. The sword looks like someone just took a photo of a sword and then put a filter on it. Same with this crown.
Well, they just copied the Bantam and just made it slightly different for some bullshit copyright reason.
Made it worse.
Yeah, no, yeah, I don't like this edition at all. We talked about these. We talked about these. We talked about. Oh,
we did not talk about these.
What do you think of them? The photos of each of these places.
They just went out to the backyard and took a snip. Is that the and go back to the feast one. Is that the basalt formations in Northern Ireland? The giant steps, I think they're called. That's not these, is it?
Yeah, they did that for Dragonstone in the TV show, didn't they?
Yeah.
But maybe here it's meant to be Pike or the Iron Islands. I think this is kind of lazy.
Yeah.
It reminds me of some Dune covers.
Yeah, especially this one.
Yeah, there are some editions of Dune that's just like a series of like photos of deserts.
Giant's Causeway, that's the one.
And like they're nice photos, but they're obviously not taken or selected specifically for that book and the themes of that book. And so it just comes off as being just kind of lazy to me.
Yep.
And I don't think this kind of like photorealism is something that lends itself to the vibe of Song of Ice and Fire.
And like the landscape imagery is not really capturing the point of the books, which is the human heart in conflict with itself, to hear George say it himself.
Yeah, I don't really dig these.
I like the photos for sure.
They're nice photos, but I don't love them as covers personally.
Oh, if you keep going, so this one, this is the HarperCollins-Voyager box set. This is a set I own actually.
Brag.
Okay, this one is interesting. So this is the sword. It's the same image that is most closely associated with the Game of Thrones. The Bantam cover, the blue one with this sword.
So why did they use a book 1 image for book 5?
I don't know. Well, actually, I'm pretty sure they used a book 5 image for a book 1. Yeah. I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure that the dragon is an older cover of a Game of Thrones than the sword is.
Yeah, that
if someone
dragon...
can correct me. I don't know. This is really difficult to keep track of. It's very difficult to research. But I'm pretty sure that is the case.
Yeah, no, that is one of the really, really old ones.
It is the hilt of the dragon bone dagger.
Oh!
I'm pretty sure that's the point of it.
Oh, that never occurred to me.
Because it looks a bit too weird to just be a dragon's mouth, doesn't it?
I always... I never really liked that cover because I didn't understand why there was a big-ass dragon in the first book.
Yeah.
But...
No, it's Peter's dagger.
Yeah, I mean, the dagger's never described as being shaped like a dragon's head.
So it's a bit of artistic interpretation.
Yeah. But yeah, no, now that you say that, yeah, it does look like the hilt of a dagger. Yeah, I think you're right. That's cool.
Which I think makes it way cooler.
Yeah. So there's just the same shit, basically. Yeah. Stark shield for some reason.
And then we have the HBO tie-in series. What do you think of these ones?
Well, some of them I like. I mean, this one I don't really care for. This one's kind of cool.
It's such a strong image, and there's a reason they ran with it for the marketing of the show for so long.
Yeah, this was like the key art for season 2,
and it makes sense to market it for Clash of Kings.
Yeah, with like Stannis and Renly and Joff and Balon and Rob. So yeah, I do like that image. This is okay.
I think it's a bit lazy.
Yeah,
this is a dragon silhouette.
Yeah. I mean, it sort of like evokes like, you know, the threat of Daenerys to Westeros, but that is not really a thing in A Storm of Swords, really. So
do the dragons even really do much in A Storm of Swords? I mean, they liberate the Unsullied, I guess.
Meh.
This is cool. The one. This is the one. Sorry for finding the lowest rated version of it on the internet.
No, I think this is a really cool, really striking image, the three-eyed raven made of swords, but I don't think it makes any sense symbolically.
It's so cool, though.
It is extremely cool, but like the three-eyed raven doesn't really have much to do with like the war, like the political war of thrones. Like I guess it could tie into the Great War against the White Walkers, but
that's not really a subject in Feast.
It's not a subject in Feast, and it doesn't really connect to like normal swords because they use obsidian blades against the White Walkers, and so it like it looks great for like advertising and marketing, which is what it was used for season 4.
Course.
But I mean, it comes partly from the awkwardness of like the 5 seasons of the first 5 seasons of Game of Thrones loosely theoretically correspond to the first 5 books of the book series. But that was like kind of true in the first couple of books, but by season 4 and 5,
very much wasn't.
It was totally off the rails.
I really like this one, even though like it is very clearly Peter Dinklage and like show Drogon. I don't know, I just really like the framing of it. It reminds me of that romance painting of the dude on the everyone knows the title of this painting, and I keep forgetting it. You know, you know the one I'm talking about.
Yeah, I can never remember the name either. But yeah, I agree that like it's a great like sort of thematic image of like man grappling with power and man grappling magic and danger, and that's definitely Tyrion's theme throughout the books and in book 5. And I guess I mean it's sort of misleading marketing because Tyrion like doesn't face a dragon quite like this in book 5, but it like vaguely.
But in season 5, Drogon flies overhead when he's going through the ruins of Valyria, which is a thing that happened in season 5.
Well, also sort of in book 5. In the book, on the river, they see the shape that may or may not be a dragon. Yeah. So, these are kind of okay, but it just reminds me of the show, and I don't want to be reminded of the show. As a set,
they don't really tie together at all.
Yeah, they seem disjointed. They're all very different styles.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Oh, illustrated editions.
Illustrated ones.
So if you don't know, these are editions published that just contain, pictures on every couple of pages, like full page spreads of things that are happening in the book. I own the Game of Thrones one, and it's lovely.
I heard that the Storm one is bad.
I haven't seen it.
Build quality of it is bad.
Damn.
But yeah, whatever. It looks nice. It's fine.
They do look nice.
There's not much specific symbolism on it, really.
No.
We talked about the voyages.
Oh, Estonia.
Let's go to Estonia. I think this one's kind of sick, actually.
I do too. And then go to the next one. So each one of these, they as a lot of languages do, they split each book up into 2 halves. What Estonia did is that they had an image on the first one and then like disrupted it in the second one. I think that's kind of a cool idea.
Oh, is that? Forward. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you have these chess pieces in Clash of Kings and they start to topple over as the book goes on.
That's extremely cool.
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure what's going on.
Yeah, that one's less cool.
It's like
the swords go cold.
They're being forged and they're just solidifying.
I think they're going cold from winter.
Oh, yeah.
And the White Walker's coming.
This is the crows feasting. And two different dragons.
Well, the dragons being unchained
Yeah.
and escaping. Yeah. No, yeah, I think that is really cool. Like the concept of the books mirrored like that.
But beyond the concept, what do you think of the art itself and the covers themselves?
I think the dice is a cool Game of Thrones.
They're very well detailed as well.
It's like the game of chance.
If you look at each of them, they've got sigils on all the sides.
And like the die is cast in book one, you know?
And then the die is like, no, power is power.
Yeah.
Right?
The consequences, the real hard death and consequences that come from the Game of Thrones.
Almost like the headsman's axe that is not used to kill Ned.
Yeah, because they use dice. What do you think of the weird background?
Kind of like it. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but I like it.
It doesn't look very Game of Thronesy to me.
No.
Is that Celtic? The like interbraided patterns?
I wonder if there's that similar pattern came about in the Baltics.
Yeah, I feel like it's a little disjointed with like the visual style of it, but it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Finland.
These
Finnish covers. Let's just take a look at them.
The White Raven, Dragonstone, the Mirrorham, and the dragons. Oh, Drogon looking upset. Oh, so each of these connect.
And there's the set. Oh, they've like vaguely connect.
Well, some of them connect.
Like the two storms and the two dances connect to each other, and I think that's basically it.
Yeah.
And the others like loosely fit.
I love how cross the
the Weirwood looks at
the Weirwood face is just so angry. Get out of my backyard.
So I think that this one is metal as fuck.
Yeah.
I love this cover.
The stark like red and white is so great for the old gods.
It's brilliant.
This is cool. Like the red comet like tearing through the top of the book. Yeah.
Dragonstone in the background.
Yeah, that's gorgeous. And like the moon hanging low with the comet ascendant above.
It's very striking.
Yeah. This one's like kind of It's some dragons. Is that Stranger, the horse?
Oh, I guess it would be, yeah. And then I don't have individuals of the dance ones. But you can see, like, there's no characters depicted on any of these, which I think is interesting.
Yeah, I kind of like it.
Yeah,
it's very sort of atmospheric, and it's all like nighttime. It's all nocturnal, magical side of things.
Yeah, I really, really like this set.
Yeah, me too. They also I like how just hand drawn they are as well,
and the color palette being consistent across a lot of them.
Yeah, no, that's gorgeous.
It's really good.
I feel like the mammoth skull reminds me of like the Death of the Giants and Mag the Mighty and all that.
Yeah, and if you didn't have the second cover of Dance of Dragons, you could think that like bone protrusion there is a horn.
Oh, true.
Yeah. I like the Aurora Borealis they got going on. Oh,
true. Yeah, that's gorgeous. Is the horse straight? Is that them going to the Quiet Isle?
Yeah, I would think so.
Because there were all those like holes and puddles and slipstreams and things that Maribold had to guide them around on the way to Quiet Isle. And that's like the Hound gonna go and become the Gravedigger. Yeah, no, that's cool.
He's actually becoming a DJ called the Rave Digger.
The Rave Digger. Did you just think of that?
No.
Yeah, that's cool.
This reminds me even more of the Wanderer, that painting whose name I didn't remember.
Oh, looking over the landscape.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how he's like dwarfed by Winterfell. Or who is that though? Because he's got a crown.
Is it a crown or is it just a helmet?
It looks like a crown to me.
Is it Robert?
Robert coming to Winterfell. There's no way Robert is
enough.
that statuesque. Yeah.
It must be.
I think they just decided to give Ned a crown. I don't think they were thinking
because that's Robert over there.
Yeah, true.
Maybe it's Robert and Ned. Yeah, and you can see the wolf and the stag in the framing.
It almost makes me think of like Ned and Rob coming home from the war of Robert's Rebellion.
Yeah. What do you think of these covers?
The more I look at them, the more I like them.
I think they're beautiful.
Yeah. I don't think that they I would like they don't have much to do with the actual books that they are on.
Yeah.
But they do look cool.
I don't know if there are others in this style in this format, in this publishing set.
Yeah.
I couldn't find them. If they do exist, I would love to see them because these are gorgeous.
Would you like to...
I found them.
More. Actually, I actually love these.
So what are these going to be? It still says a Game of Thrones down the bottom. Is this like a visual novel series?
Yeah, I don't know, but I still love it. Well, the Theon one specifically.
Yeah, and is that Joffrey or Tommen, do you think?
Probably Joffrey.
Yeah.
Well, that's not meant to be... Yeah, no. Well, that makes me think of Sunspear.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that those titles, L'Invincible Fortress and Intriga Port Royal, you just have to commit. The last one of Clash and the first one of Storm.
I hate how every publisher decides to do their own goddamn harebrained structure for the series.
So apparently the French editions are all called A Game of Thrones. Like, that's the name of the series.
Oh, that's confusing.
So that's what Le Trône de Fer... That's why it's there on all of them.
But are they like halves of each book?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, in any case, I love Theon looking defeated at Pike.
Yeah, that's so good. I love the little flop of hair there.
Joffrey looking like a overconfident dickhead in King's Landing. That's wonderful.
No, these are fantastic.
Do you want to do a quick super chat?
That's a great idea.
Run. We are up to... We haven't done these, have we? Under the Oak Tree says, pleasant surprise. Thanks, lads. Much drip. Benjamin says, you're both super cool and I like you a lot.
Oh, you have no way of knowing that.
Thank you, Benjamin.
Old Swift your bastard son.
Yeah, I have a bastard son called Old Swift Rivers in the super chats. The pox took mother yesterday.
I just took a drink. No. Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you about that, but I was busy. I'm a few birthday presents behind, aren't I? I'll catch up. See you later, Shrifty. Thank you, Moon Misandry, who says great stream. Thank you, Leo, who says love the vibe. Rate more covers. Thank you, Hydra, who says
$50. Thank you.
Moved from New Zealand to Brisbane/Melbourne. Love your vids, Glidus, even if they come about as often as my sexual partners.
It's a bit too much information for my taste, but thank you nonetheless.
We've learned a lot.
Hopefully both will increase in frequency.
Thank you, Rotem, who says, I'm writing a big paper in university about women in A Song of Ice and Fire. Both your channels really got me into the books, so I wanted to thank you.
I did not know there were women in A Song of Ice and Fire.
Thank you, Rotem. Good luck for the paper.
Yeah, good luck.
Thank you, Taco, who says, it's 4 a.m. here and I'm at work all night until 8 a.m.
Oh, fantastic.
This stream is what I need.
Perfect.
It's quite a visual stream, so I hope you're able to look... Like, I hope you're not a forklift driver, is what I'm trying to say. Thank you, Haveldorf, who says, hey, Glidus, reckon you can do a breakdown of the music in Elden Ring at some point?
I haven't played Elden Ring yet. I'm going to do it on stream one of these years. But,
Me too.
Yeah. If I have something worth saying, I might say it.
Could we do, like, Elden Ring co-op stream together? Is that a thing?
I guess we could. There's co-op in all the other ones.
Cool. Thanks for the super chat from Brian, who says, after finishing all the main Song of Ice and Fire books, I've now started the Wheel of Time. Curious if you guys are a fan of Wheel of Time too.
I have not read the Wheel of Time.
Yeah, I haven't read them either because there's like 19 books.
Yeah, then like I'm still getting over a Game of Thrones.
And like what? You're not done with Game of Thrones?
No.
You're not finished with Thrones yet?
I'm finished with it, but like I'm not done with it.
Got more to say, yeah. And also the Wheel of Time show was hated by many, and that did not exactly inspire me to
that's a shame.
Embrace that world. Maybe someday.
I've heard many wonderful things about the works of Jordan, so I might give it a go someday.
Well, I know George is a fan because he's named House Jourdain after Robert Jordan.
That's cute.
Oh my god. So a person says, if you were to design a Winds of Winter cover, what would it look like?
So there's a Cards Against Humanity card where it says David Bowie riding in through the clouds on a tiger made of lightning. And I think that would be it for me.
Yeah, honestly, like they can put like a clip art picture of the poop emoji on the Winds of Winter, and I will still buy 5 copies. Like it doesn't even matter. Honestly, what I'm gonna do.
That'll make eating it a lot harder for me, honestly.
It will. Glidus is preparing himself digestively for eating the Winds of Winter. If the Winds of Winter comes out, I think I might just print out that fan cover art
and glue
it on. Yeah, like any other cover will look wrong, won't it?
It'll feel wrong, yeah.
We've seen the Winds of Winter picture so much. Thanks for the super chat from Baby Bitch, who says, do you like King Gizzard?
Well, by the way you pronounced it, I'm going to assume that you
King Gizzard
aren't familiar.
And the Wizard Lizards.
Okay, fine, you are, but yeah.
I was just saying it.
King Gizzard and the Wizard Lizard.
Well, how do you pronounce the rest of the super chat? Research is it Gizverse or is it... Is there actually
it's
lore?
It's going to be Gizverse.
Is there actually lore with King Gizzard?
Yeah, of course.
Is it like a whole universe? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, I expect your video essay promptly.
Ooh.
Thanks for the super chat from Smith Black, who says, send Joffrey Waters to the wall.
I don't think I have that capability.
Who's Joffrey Waters?
That would be that bloke who was king.
Oh, yes. So I suppose Joffrey Waters would be the real bastard name of Joffrey Baratheon, who's not really a Baratheon.
Yeah. Or I guess, Joffrey Velaryon is also a bastard of the Crown Lands.
Rhaenyra's son in House of the Dragon, yeah. Thanks for the super chat from Nivlak Somat, who says, I discovered that I wasn't subscribed to Glidus until yesterday.
What the fuck?
So take some cash to make up for my 2 years of consuming your content.
I mean, I don't lose money by you not subscribing, but thank you nonetheless.
Wait, you don't have to send a penny to Google every time. Susan sent me a letter. It said, Swift, you need to pay for the server costs of the
people who haven't subscribed. Oh my god.
Thanks for the super chat from Blaine, who says, gave Materia a listen.
Who?
Immediately wished I'd started listening sooner. Materia is Glidus's band that you can go and check out in the video description. There's a link to the Spotify. It's a rock band, and Glidus hollers and sings and does all sorts of crazy vocal shit, and it's fun.
I suppose that's accurate.
You should go and check it out. And Blaine says, still waiting on Young Swifty's diss track on Alt-Shift-X. Alt-Shift-X would not be able to show his face around YouTube ever again.
He's been real quiet since you dropped your Tyrion rap.
Yeah, Shift is intimidated by my rap prowess, and it almost would be too easy to just wipe him out with a diss track. So I'm showing mercy for now. Thanks for the super chat from John T. Savage, who says that Glidus is too biased against Sir Criston.
Oh.
In your latest vid, it wasn't Sir Criston's job to look after the boys. He was sworn to Queen Alicent.
No, Harold Westerling says to him as they go to bed, you have the night's watch. That means that he's in charge of making sure everything works out throughout the night, because Harold Westerling is tending to Viserys and Alicent.
It was explicitly Criston's job.
Yeah, Harold said, this is on you. And then later on, when Criston was like, I don't fucking know what happened, Harold gave him a look and was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Go and watch the Bliss takes.
No, if you want to.
Next, super chat from OK Cucumber. Glidus, will you play piano for us after the stream?
The answer is unfortunately no. I recently moved and have not set the piano up yet. So, sorry.
Turns out it's difficult to move a grand piano in a moving box.
Yeah, we have to take the windows out.
Actually, I had to deconstruct the house around the...
Yeah, it's like a ship in a bottle. You have to build the house around the piano.
Thanks for the super chat from Zeke2, who says, hey boyos, just started reading the books for the first time. Been going through all your guys' content. This is the first stream I caught. You guys are the best. Mwah.
Oh, thank you.
Thanks for the super chat from Karis, who says, I didn't know I needed this, but I love it.
I'm glad it's going well.
Thank you, Marcelo Deliveria, who said... Oh, Marcelo? Yeah, I said it right.
You said it perfectly. Well done. Congratulations.
I didn't even need the pronunciation guide.
But thank you anyway.
If you had to make videos about one other fantasy series instead of A Song of Ice and Fire, which would it be?
Ooh. So going through my head right now, I've got 3 main contenders, and they probably would be surprising to a lot of people. Avatar, Last Airbender. I mean, not James Cameron.
Nice.
Lord of the Rings, I bet a lot of people would be able to guess. And Dragon Ball Z.
Oh, yes. I've actually never seen Dragon Ball Z.
Does The Binding of Isaac count? Hollow Knight. Does Hollow Knight count?
I'm so keen for your Hollow Knight video, dude.
This video that you've said I'm going to make.
I have told Glidus to make a Hollow Knight video so many times.
I don't even know what I would do.
Yeah, well, I eagerly anticipate it, even though you've never said you'll do it.
I mean, I would love to. I just don't know what I would do.
I would like to make videos about the Old Kingdom series by Garth Nix, Sabriel Lyriel Leporson. Yeah, it's like about a girl who gets the power to enter the underworld with a set of magical bells, and it's like YA fiction, but it's very dark and strange YA fiction.
I enjoyed the Garth Nix YA fiction I've read,
Yeah. I also love His Dark Materials by Philip Pullman, which is Northern Lights / The Golden Compass, and it was recently made into an HBO BBC TV series. And I wanted to make videos about it, but I never got around to it. So maybe at some point. Thanks for super chat from DC42NR86.
What's he say?
What does he say?
Secret tunnels! It's been played out.
Yeah, well, if you made the Avatar video, you'll get to make a whole remix of that.
True.
Thanks, Angela, who says getting back on video content game bonus. Oh, I think that $10 is to pay you for the bliss takes that you just put out.
Nice, thanks.
Thanks for the super chat from Agreeable Witch, who says this is for teeny
teeny tiny French Stannies
to pay rent on his aircon house. Yeah.
Sacre bleu, mon landlord.
Thank you, the X Store, who says, tell Shift to tell Swift. I am Swift. But if you'd like, I can tell Shift to tell me to finish a Cocker Bridge.
He won't listen to you.
What if Winds comes out? We need to be ready. Honestly, that was the joke, was that I was doing Game of Thrones Abridged, my podcast series, very quickly because I wanted to get it finished before the Winds of Winter came out.
You still will.
I still will. We're down to like an episode a month lately. Not that that's a schedule. It could be quicker. It could come more often or less often.
I can't believe people come at me with issues of scheduling when you're sitting right here.
Look, there'll be more at points in time, and I look forward to doing more. But I'm not saying when. Thanks for the super chat from Cordis, who says, will you do the Fire and Blood covers as well? We've already got like 100 covers left to do today, so we're not going to do Fire and Blood as well. Thanks for the super chat from Lachlan, who says, got no question, just want to say love both of your guys' live streams. They helped rock me to sleep last night.
No question. Next.
Well, you just woke everyone up with your secret tunnel.
Oh, true. Sorry, Lachlan.
Thanks for the super chat from Cordis, who says June 19, 2025. Is that the calculated release date?
Are we supposed to meet him at a bridge somewhere?
I think Cordis is a time traveler. No, I think that might be
the Winds release date.
A lot of people have gotten math theses written about like statistical analysis of when the Winds of Winter will come out. So maybe that's one of those.
I'll put $100 down on it not coming out on that day.
You've got to stop making bets.
If it comes out on that day, I will...
What, eat it twice? What can you promise that you have not promised?
I'll eat a Dream of Spring.
Chatwin says, listen to Glidus's music.
Thank you.
The link to the Spotify is in the description. Thanks for the super chat from Andy, who says, love you both. Finish your piss takes, Glidus.
Maybe later.
P.S. Have you guys read The Witcher?
I haven't read them, no.
I haven't played them either. I've been meaning to play The Witcher 3 for ages.
Do you have 1,000 years?
Yeah, that's the thing. The games are all too long.
Games.
The books are all too long. There's too many things to do.
I like how through all of this we've left up 2 very nice looking covers. That's nice of us.
That is nice. Well, all right, we'll speed round the rest of them.
Yep.
Or do you want to save them till the end?
Yeah, let's save till the end. Let's keep going.
From now on, all the super chats will happen at the end. Thank you so much for all of them.
Yeah, it's so nice of people to do that, isn't it?
It is very lovely.
If you go back to the top, we didn't get the Bulgarian ones.
Why did we skip Bulgaria?
I don't know. You started at Taiwan for some reason.
Always start at Taiwan.
This reminds me of the Stephen Youll art of the Bantam hardcovers. Well, that is the same one. No, that's the Jim Burns one from Voyager.
Yeah,
go back to the first one, because that's not The Jim Burns art, is it?
What is going on in Bulgaria?
That is Jim Burns art. And then we're in China.
Well, that's... Can you imagine someone listening to this with... Anyway, I guess this is Jon Snow. I mean, where is this? Why is there a big bridge over there?
Because he's at the Erie.
Could it be the Erie?
Is that Bronn?
Yeah.
Why is it snowing? It's summer. I guess it's on top of a mountain. But...
Is this just more generic fantasy art that isn't even Game of Thrones? Because that's not even black clothing, so it might not even be Jon. It's just grey clothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, that might just be some generic stuff. Because like, there's no like icy bridge like that.
Shame.
In the books. Yeah. I mean, it's technically like nice, but yeah, I don't really rate it.
And that's just the Jim Burns art with a... I mean, I actually quite like the framing and the rest of the cover.
How do you feel about the embossed title?
I think it'll look better if it were more deeply embossed. Like, it's kind of halfway. Like, go harder, man. You want to emboss it? Get in there. Get the chisel out and just go ham.
George, please.
We need a book.
All right, let's go to China.
Okay, so these... I don't know what's going on with these.
I mean, it's sort of like the Bantam ones. They're just sort of like...
Yeah, but they look nowhere near as clean.
Yeah. I think the gauntlet is potentially
It's
like a Jamie thing. But like, there's no I mean, that's not his golden hand. So like, yeah, they've just sort of taken some images that are not really strictly related.
Yeah, that's just a helmet. That's just a dagger.
I don't mind like the wreath of like flame
and
the wreath of smoke.
An element that ties it together.
Yeah, but it's pretty generic. There's not much to say about it. It's not that great.
And now we're back in Taiwan.
Cool.
Want to talk about that fan cover at the top?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's get that out of the way. So this is a fan art series of covers made by Bogna Gawronska. And I love them. I think they're beautiful.
I like the hand-drawn look. Oh, the fish looks so lovely.
Yeah.
Far cry from that Tully blobfish faceplant that we saw before.
On the German covers. And the Behance ones are interesting too. That's like the French ones we were just looking at.
Yeah.
Where the image is told through the like silhouette of the sigil.
I like the fiery wildfire within the stag.
That's
it's really
really
gorgeous. Cool. Oh, and the red leaves blowing off the weirwood.
That's lovely. If there are A Feast for Crows and Dance with Dragons covers of these, I'm not aware of them, but I want to see them.
And the mountains become the dire
wolf.
wolf.
And you can see its eye as well. And if you go back to the stag in Clash of Kings, its eye is also a piece of wildfire, and the lion's eye there is the sun. This is very clever art.
It's quite thoughtful and lovely.
Yeah.
I like how the direwolf is like part of the land, because that
Yeah.
connects to like the old gods. I mean, even like the way the leaves are coming off the tree, it's like the souls of the living going into nature.
Forms the wolf's like mane or nape or whatever. It like goes on to form the rest of the wolf.
Yeah, no, those are really gorgeous.
Yeah, these are lovely. Thanks whoever made those.
Good job. Yeah, it was really tricky to find out who the actual specific artist was.
Okay, so...
Are you
we're
ready?
up to the Goldmann German ones.
Are you ready?
These are fantastic. I love these so much. These... oh my god.
So there's actually... there's a YouTube clip of author George Martin bitching about this particular cover. Because whatever German publishers got these illustrations, they didn't actually get proper Westeros illustrations commissioned.
Yeah.
They just went to their like back office and looked in the bottom drawer of a filing cabinet, and they just had a stack of these like unused generic fantasy illustrations, and they were like, "Oh, it's Friday afternoon. Let's just use these." And so they did. Ich bin tired.
Oh, sorry. Ich bin krank. So you end up with these like super generic Conan the Barbarian, like harkenings back to old school fantasy that like in isolation, given the right book, they could actually be pretty cool. but they just like make no sense.
Just the style and the tone of the energy of it is just so wrong. Like everything's so like noble and masculine, and it's like
it's like the whole point of the series is to question these ideals.
Yeah, it's
like, what the fuck is this?
It's not good. They're all
price
like,
shit is what it
like
is.
Vikings and stuff as well. And I guess that could be Beric with his flaming sword,
or
generously.
Stannis with his flaming sword, also generously. Maybe that's Stannis with his flaming sword.
They put
Beric's
flaming
not in
sword
Clash.
dudes.
He doesn't show up until Storm.
Is he?
He's in Game of Thrones, but he doesn't have the flaming sword.
He's not even mentioned in Clash.
He might be mentioned, but
Oh well, they nonetheless.
they're both Stannis.
Yeah, no, that's god awful.
That's so bad.
That's oh my god.
No.
There's
And price shit indeed.
yeah, that. There's no red dragon in A Song of Ice and Fire.
I guess you're right.
Melis back from the dead.
It's Rhaegar.
Rhaegar is a dragon.
Yeah. This is terrible.
I kind of like that artwork with the little wizard man next to the king on the horse.
I don't know what it's doing here, but
it's a great cover for a different book.
The border is fucking awful.
What is the purple text on the purple sky?
Oh no!
What like they're actually leaning really hard into this yellow and purple color scheme. Like it's sort of the color of the banner.
Yeah.
Which sort of looks like the Tarth. What does the Tarth banner look like?
It's quartered with red and blue.
Yeah. Look, this is a disaster.
Oh no!
Oh, this is the worst one. Oh my god.
No.
That's the most generic, awful.
I
I could just hear them screaming German obscenities at me. Hey, I want to move on. Yeah,
okay, now this German series is a lot more attention grabbing, I think.
Yeah, well, they're all grey though.
Yes.
Which I feel like it's a bit dull that they're all the same color, barely distinguishable.
At least they are like made for the series that they're representing.
Well, yeah, I mean, they still look like a book that I might actually consider picking up.
Oh wait, are the titles?
Der Winternacht.
But those are the words of House Stark.
Der Winternacht.
Is this the? Are they all the Game of Thrones? Are these just posters?
Well, it says Storm. That's
that's because I titled them like that.
Yeah, well, they wouldn't have Connington if it wasn't Dance.
But it says Game of Thrones up the top.
Yeah, but maybe like those other editions.
Hochhinaus.
Growing strong. Yeah, I don't know. It's fine. It's uninspiring to me.
Yeah. So, I don't know what it is with the German covers, but I love the stairs up the wall. They're so goofy. It's just...
Like, it's fine in concept, but it does look very silly, yeah. Why don't they have a slide? Wouldn't it be fun if it was a slide down the wall?
Like a fireman pole.
Yeah.
You'd, like, rip your hands off from the cold of the metal.
What are those, like, spouts of ice coming up? Are they fires? Like smoke?
They're actually the pyrotechnics, because Pink Floyd played here recently.
Ah, the Castle Black pyrotechnics display, yeah.
I mean, if you were going to put a show on anywhere in Westeros...
That would be the best place to launch your fireworks from, for sure. I mean, that's just cool.
Yeah.
That's good. Melisandre looking over Dragonstone. It would have been cool if they actually had the statues of the gods in the fire.
But maybe they've already burnt down, you see.
Well, they could have had people being burned in the fire, maybe, alternatively.
Maybe there are... Oh no, I was going to say maybe there are rules against depicting that sort of thing on a book cover, but then I remembered that we've already scrolled through quite a few depictions of Daenerys' breast, so I guess that's not a thing.
Königswerder.
You know it.
Is that Germans turning two words into one word again? An entire...
Those rascals.
It takes us 4 words and they do it in one. Amazing. Clash of Kings.
Classic efficiency.
Schwarzgewitter. Oh, I love it.
I actually quite like this.
Is that River Run? Or the twins?
Well, the red and blue on the guards make me think it is River Run.
It almost gives me Moat Cailin vibes with like the swampiness of it.
If it's supposed to be the twins, that bridge is nowhere near big enough.
Well, supposedly...
I think it is River Run.
Well, if this is Storm of Swords...
Shouldn't be the twins.
Yeah.
I think it's River Run.
Yeah. No, I dig it.
Bravos.
You're arriving at Bravos.
No, isn't that the High Tower? With the burning.
Is that not meant to be Aya?
I think it is, but what's up with the burning lighthouse?
Yeah, that is very weird to put.
Like if it's Bravos, it should be the Titan.
Yeah. No, you're right. That is weird. It's not all that high though.
No.
Like it's dwarfed by that building.
Like maybe that's supposed to be the Starry Sept, and it's like way closer.
That could very well be the House of Black and White.
Yeah.
White and black.
Okay, so we've got a Bravos Old Town hybrid here.
There's fish on the bridge. Yeah, alright. Yeah, the more you look at it, the less sense it makes.
Oh, we're in Greece now.
Alright, welcome to Greece. I think this is quite lovely.
Wait,
that's
isn't this the
Youll.
same? It's the Stephen Youll.
Yeah,
art.
it's just cropped differently.
Yeah. And what do you think of the text, the gold text with the gradient that's inlaid on this
I think this
incredible indigo background?
This on the top is offensive to all of my senses. Yeah, no, I don't like that very much.
It's that's the Jim Burns art.
Yeah.
They're not even consistent with who they're... Okay, this is just two different...
Oh, well, book A, book B.
Oh, no!
They literally just gave it a purple cover.
That's so bad.
So they've divided it into two halves and just given it a slightly different color to distinguish.
Oh, try harder.
Yeah,
That's
same thing.
Jim Burns again.
Yeah, this has got to be the laziest
Yeah.
of all of the editions.
This is terrible.
This is not good. Okay, let's move on to the Hebrew one.
Yeah, so as I said earlier, these are just the Voyager ones, but backwards because Hebrew is read from right to left. I don't know why they had to flip the image.
Yeah, they don't have to flip the illustrations. Maybe they just... Yeah, no, that is weird. Ooh.
And I couldn't find individual ones of the Hungarian ones, but they are really nice. And I wanted to throw them in here.
Yeah, they're very moody.
I love that one in the middle there.
The White Walker
That's so
or the
cool.
White. Yeah. Is that Jamie... That's inspired by that other picture of Jamie returning to the King's Landing. They also have... It's a bit of imitation.
Man, look at that.
And Daenerys flying on Drogon as like the climax of...
I think this is a great set.
Yeah.
And like the placement of the author's name and the title text is like pretty well considered. It's consistent and still matches with each of the pieces of art.
Well, they figured out what some of the other editions didn't figure out, which is it's good to have the text in the sky where there aren't other...
Yeah.
Man, what's going on with like this patterning around... Is this like Ned facing the throne and seeing the Iron Throne? That looks really cool, actually.
I love all of these.
Because it's like Ned facing his death, you know? Like it's Ned facing what is to come with a stiff upper lip, as Ned Stark does. And is this Stannis?
Yeah, surely.
With Melisandre. Yeah, and he's like preparing to send his soldiers to war, which is not like an actual scene, but it looks...
You could imagine it happened.
Yeah, Jon Snow. Yeah, I like this a lot.
Yeah, these are beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the Reddit thread where... I didn't get all of the ones from here, but
thanks to Quinn the Eskimo for compiling some of these.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. All right.
Oh no!
This is the most offensive addition to me. I'm just gonna put the F up right now.
It's so bad.
Because they've gotten a bunch of just generic ass images. What is this?
And they've arranged them so terribly.
I mean, that one at least... Well, I mean, that, like, it's a Lannister lion, but it's Stark colours. I think it's just coincidental that stock image just happens to...
And then there's no Dance with Dragons one.
Yeah, so they've just got these, like, Knights Templar dudes.
Oh, man, that one's so bad. What are you doing? All this Christian imagery on the cover of A Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah, oh my god, the crucifixes, yeah. Yeah, no, this is...
It's fucking... It's abysmal.
Yeah, and more...
Stop!
Like, did they not have any other generic pictures they could use?
All of them are Christian.
Because it's got, like, such specific... I mean, this I'm like, oh, well, maybe this is the fighting pits of Marine, but it's...
Storm.
It's Storm. And the
There's
scythe
another
person? Yeah. Is that meant to be female?
Well, it's got titties.
But doesn't it also have a moustache?
It's a trick of the light.
Yeah, okay. I hate them.
Yep, these
I
are
hate
terrible.
them. F. Moving on.
There is a different Italian print. There are two, actually. What do you think of these?
A griffin? A griffin? Why in the first book is there a griffin? That makes no sense.
I don't know.
I mean, I
don't
like the
mind
little,
that one.
Yeah, the little fledgling dragon is cute.
And like the font of the text is bold, but I like it.
Il grande inverno.
It stands out. The big fire.
Yeah, no, I like the font actually.
Okay, then we've got these reprints, which like the Bantam covers have just objects on them.
Why are there horns in book 1?
Don't know, mate.
Viking
There's
helmet.
another behorned helmet. Melmet.
Yeah, well, like the other...
No!
More?
No, it's the same image!
More of the Templars? And then this looks like 90s PC game
It does.
3D graphics.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
Stop!
He's already dead. People
What
must
are
be...
they doing? What's going on in Italy?
Also,
like,
why...
I know that that's where the church is based, but...
It's sponsored by the Vatican.
I like these symbols up the top.
Well, there's a bird with like 11 wings on top.
That's kind of cool.
it is kind of cool, but
I don't know what it's doing here.
Glidus, this is a bestseller. Yeah, no, I hate
And
it.
we're back in Japan, thank God.
All right, we saw the Japanese ones. Oh, these are new.
What? Oh, Korea. I must say the Korean ones, each of these books had 4 different volumes, but they were the exact same cover, recolored 4 different ways.
Lame.
Yeah.
There's a lot of text here. What does all that say?
I thought that Hangul was a really text dense, like they encoded a lot of information into not too many characters. But it appears
That's the whole prologue then.
it appears to be not that way.
Yeah, I think these are fine.
Yeah, they're fine.
Longclaw. I mean, this one's a bit ugly, but
I can barely see what it's supposed to be.
and that's just another sword. Yeah, it's a bit uninspired.
Yeah. It's a throne. That's not at all the throne that it's supposed to be.
Maybe that's just like Olena's favorite seat. Yeah,
Oh,
this is
no.
just very
No,
like stock imagery.
These are not good. What even is it? So it's just a feather in a ball of smoke. This gives the impression that the person who made the cover did not read the book.
Yeah. I mean, they could have at least read the cover, and it may have occurred to them that crows have black feathers.
Or maybe there should be more than one crow feather.
Mm.
Alright, now we're in Norway. Can I go back to that one? This is fucking terrible.
Oh yeah. What are those dice at the top?
I don't know. Maybe that's just a thing in Norwegian publishing.
Do Norwegian books come with dice? Do you?
So you can play backgammon when you get back home.
What, like in between chapters?
Yeah.
BAT. I'm very. If anyone can tell me what those dice mean at the top of the Norwegian covers, I would love to be.
I just want to focus on this image of Daenerys and how horribly used it is. The lighting is so bleak, so stark.
Yeah.
It's fucking horrible.
Well, it's horrible to put text on, especially.
Yeah.
I'm
the cover of the book is just the actor's face.
This is from like the season 1 promos that they did, and they like filmed a trailer. Like one of the first Game of Thrones trailers was just the main characters sitting on the Iron Throne with like these bright rave lights dramatically flashing on their faces, which was like fine for making a trailer, but it was not meant for making book covers. Yeah. Ooh. Kind of like this.
That's Steel and Snow, which is a very common title for... It's the English title for the first half of A Storm of Swords. You're an stand. Sorry, all Scandies in the audience.
I kind of like these abstract.
Yeah,
like...
it's a lot better than Amelia Clark's horribly lit face.
Yeah. Dance of the Dragons. big weird fiery pit. It's kind of too low res, but it does. I kind of like the the war embodied by
This
it.
one has 2 6s on the die.
Yeah, what is with the dice?
The ratings?
Ratings from 1 to 6. What does that mean?
What does that mean?
Is it like age guide?
It's a critic score?
Critic score.
That's so weird.
Oh,
are those different like publications, different like
Yeah.
critics, BATA, and these ones are different as well.
that's kind of cool. But like, why? Like, a dice is a thing of randomness. Is book quality a thing of randomness? I don't know. That's weird symbolism to me. Critic score. Wow.
These are a different Norwegian print, which I think are way cooler. That's not.
Yeah.
It's just these 2.
Well, these are quite pretty.
Yeah.
Where is this?
The Winterfell Godsword, maybe?
Oh yeah. Interesting,
Yeah.
prominent tower though.
Oh, that's the tower Bran fell from. Why
Yeah,
not?
Suppose so. The crow in the middle is an interesting choice.
Kampen om Jerntronen.
Is that John before
Ned.
he leaves?
I'd
It
say
looks
Ned.
young to me.
Hmm.
Oh, and that's the dead direwolf. That's cool.
Oh yeah, that is cool.
With the ravens, again proving the blood raven theory. All right, leaving
Damn it.
Norway and going to Poland.
Poland. This is fucking hell.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Is that like a samurai outfit?
Oh no.
I like the big pommel guard or whatever that's called. Look, my most generous offering.
Oh no,
is-
hang on. Sorry. Zoom back out. George R. R. Martin's name is written in papyrus. That is papyrus. Oh no.
You've got an eagle eye for papyrus, my dude.
I think about it a lot.
It haunts you. At least it's not wingdings.
I would have preferred it. It's bold.
Gra or Tron. The blue flowers, blue into roses.
There's a little dragon down there.
The red mountains.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ned
No, oh my god.
approaching the Tower of Joy, hearing his sister Lyanna.
In his samurai
In
outfit.
his samurai-
Okay, I know it's not actually papyrus, but it looks a lot like. It might as well be papyrus.
The fact that they didn't put Sean Bean in a samurai outfit at any point on the HBO show is an outrage.
No! No!
I'm going to go to sleep at night and I'm going to see this image. They have reused this picture on at least 4 different editions in 4 different countries.
They didn't give it a border or anything. They just put the whole thing on there.
How does that happen logistically? Does this artist have an agent who's the most persistent, hardworking agent in the world who's just sending out the artwork to countries all over the world to say, please use this guy's art
Maybe
on your covers?
Voyager had like international rights and they distributed them to all the other publishers. I have no idea.
Whatever system produced this mess of editions and publications is not a very good system, in my opinion.
Well, maybe it's been dead for 2 decades by now. Who knows?
Yeah, all of these publishers have probably been put out of business by bloody Bezos and Kindle by now, right?
Thank God.
Melisandre's been cut in half.
Yeah, well, I mean, she'll deal.
I like her belt. It's a cool belt. I want a belt like that.
Hey Siri, add cool belt like that to... no, don't actually. Fuck.
Hi, Alexa. Please buy me a cool gold belt. Thanks. Yeah,
No!
they just keep reusing.
That doesn't even
That's
have...
the worst framing.
Yeah, that's the worst part of it
That
to
doesn't have any of
use.
the characters in it. Oh, I didn't notice. Look at Hoster's hair.
He's got
and
the drip.
beard. My God.
Look at the drip.
It's L'Oreal. He's born with it.
Look at his helmet. He's got
Golden
he's got a
helmet,
trout.
golden gauntlets.
There's a trout on
Oh,
the back
there
of
is a
the helmet.
trout on his helmet.
That's cool.
You know, look, to their credit, if they're going to reuse a bit of art 15 million times, it might as well be a good bit of art. And that is cool. Like, that is a really lovely depiction, isn't it?
Good job, Jim.
What the
What is this?
hell? Who is that? Jorah?
Huh?
Stannis?
It's Feast.
John Con. No.
No.
It looks kind of like John Con.
This is a generic piece of art.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
What's with this massive door that they put in front of it?
It's calf.
The doors
The walls
of
of
calf.
calf.
I guess, but they put so little care into this artwork. No, what if it's Victorian? It's Victorian, sailing towards burning marine.
What are the gates?
The gate was.
What's this wall about?
Yeah, I think we'd better just move on.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So the Brazilian covers are well known for being, like, Reddit loves these. Is what I'm getting at.
Well, it's Mark Simonetti, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Mark Simonetti's great. I don't know why. Yeah. Well,
we saw this one.
Yeah.
Where was it?
This one was used for a Game of Thrones book
That's
somewhere
right.
else,
It was super confusing.
Yeah, it actually makes sense as a Clash cover because Tyrion is in King's Landing in Clash. So yeah, this is good. It's lovely. It's like the weight of the city and the weight of Tyrion's responsibilities bearing down on him. And this similarly,
this is so cool.
Yeah, it's like the power and the history and the danger and everything about the wall weighing down, dwarfing the humans beneath it. I think it's gorgeous.
The color too is just so lively.
What is this, Moat Kalin?
So intricate.
What is this?
Kind of does look like a swamp.
Fording the river?
Could it be... Well, who have we got here? There are 3 people I can see.
Jaime and Brienne and Hyle Hunt? No, not Hyle Hunt. Who's the guy who accompanies Jaime and Brienne?
Oh,
who gets killed?
Frey, Cleos Frey.
Yeah, Cleos Frey. I reckon it might be them.
It could be Bran Mira and Jojen. But no, you'd see Hodor as well.
Well, is that Hodor carrying Bran?
Maybe it is.
Oh, no, that's a shield.
No, okay. Well, Bran is vaguely shield shape.
Yeah. I don't really know what this is meant to be, but...
It's nice. Jaime returning to King's Landing.
Well, it looks like Pike.
Oh, Jaime returning to Pike.
I don't remember that
No,
scene.
it does look like Pike, you're right. Because that's the bridge that you're on through Balon off.
But why is there like a armored knight at Pike?
He's got a purple banner there. Is he a Malister?
I don't know if this one is Mark Simonetti, but Mark Simonetti has done some really interesting sort of unusual interpretations. Have you seen the one of like Balerion at Harrenhal? It's like a giant ass dragon face in the castle, and it just looks very bizarre.
I think I have seen that.
Yeah.
There we go. There's the full thing.
That's extremely
What
cool.
a piece of art.
That's gorgeous. Daenerys facing Drogon in the fighting
Daznak's pit. Yeah.
before she flies off on him. I love how terrifying and demonic he looks. That's great.
And those are the new prints. I don't know if this is the same guy again or not.
I really like this Dragonstone. Looking like Minas Morgul or something.
Yeah.
And I really like this marine.
Yeah, that's so opulent.
Yeah, and like
extravagant.
Daenerys, like sort of trapped within.
Yeah. It's good for me. And you can see is that Tyrion and there's Tyrion and Jon pissing off the wall.
Yeah, I love how blue and luminous the wall
Yeah.
is. That's gorgeous. Looks like a glacier.
It sort of is, isn't it? Because they say that it moves, it sheds, it weeps.
Do you think the wall might actually just be a natural glacier,
No.
like a geological formation? Because like weird formations happen when like erosion of one kind of material reveals
There's no
another.
way it could be that sheer, though.
Well, the Children of the Forest create cataclysmic geological movements and earthquakes.
So it's not a naturally occurring glacier.
Waking giants from snow, from waking giants from the earth.
Yeah, sure.
What if it's like a big crack in the ground, like tectonic plates shifted?
What if the north and beyond the wall are on different tectonic plates? And it's just what's the word? It's abrasion.
Subduction and ablation and PlayStation. Is that it?
Yeah. Trending on ArtStation. So these are the actual Portuguese
You are a
ones.
rapper, Gladys. I know it.
I'll give it a go someday.
This is a choice.
This is the only one of this publisher I could find.
Maybe for the best.
Yeah, it's really bad.
Is that meant to be Hadrian's Wall or something?
I think I thought it was the high road.
What is that actually a photo of? Because that is an actual photo, isn't it?
It does indeed look like a photo that someone put in behind another photo of a brick wall that they've cropped really poorly.
It's kind of an interesting image, but it's terrible as a Game of
It's
Thrones
so bad.
cover. Yeah. No, that's an F. F's in the chat.
So this is the series of Portuguese publications I could find, and they're all tied together by these shields between the title banner and the image, and none of the shields seem to represent any actual houses in the Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah,
and if they did, I think this series would be really good.
George went to so much effort
to describe
creating all that heraldry.
I mean, some of them almost look like they could be, but they're not.
Is that a fish with antlers?
It is, and I want one.
I want George to add a house.
That's got a fish with antlers.
Call it House Swiftex, and it's the horny fish. And you can make up the house words in the chat.
CK3 Game of Thrones mod developers, you're listening, right?
Yeah.
Put him in. The man's deserved it.
So that's Winterfell, I guess?
Yeah.
The mountains in the background are interesting.
Yeah, a bit of a choice.
Who are these assholes? Northern soldiers? Stark soldiers?
They're Rob's Kingsguard.
Yeah, just generic northern soldiers. Catelyn, I guess.
Oh, yeah. That's better.
It's snowy, though. When is Cat in the snow?
She avoids him like the plague.
What on earth is this? The horse is so spiky.
Horses aren't meant to be that spiky.
Yeah, that's just some generic crap. But then weirdly, they have an actual good
actual Cersei.
Who is that? Michael Clarfeld who did that one of Cersei, I think.
If either of us would know, it would be you.
Yeah, it might be. It's definitely like a pretty commonly.
Yeah, I've seen this one.
Yeah, it's a good one.
And then what's this?
Right back to generic spiky horses. What's with the spiky
Looks
horses,
like it's from
Portugal?
fucking Warcraft.
Yeah, no, I hate it.
This is a really nice piece.
That looks like Song of Ice and Fire artwork. I mean, look at the light and the shadow of the horses, and it looks beautiful.
If it's not bespoke, I'm sure George would have signed off on it. Not that I think he has purview over regional publications.
Well, he wouldn't have signed off.
No,
heraldry.
No. That's so bad.
My God. So I think this is an extremely mixed bag.
Yeah, the ones that are like actual Ice and Fire art are quite nice.
Yeah.
The other ones are terrible. And what the fuck is going on with the shields?
Yeah, the shields are a drag.
Okay, we're in Romania now, so lock your doors. I'm having a joke. It's fine.
Look at that lightning strike.
Is this generic?
Yeah, this is generic.
The fuck is this?
That's John. That's generic.
Do you think that's actually John?
There's also an N in the corner there.
That's part of the series. That's like.
Oh, there's an N over there. Yeah. Okay.
Do you think that's actually John? It could look.
It's got a wolf on the pommel.
Yeah. Okay, that's definitely John. Have we seen this art before? I think we have.
Yeah. We have. I think a couple of times. But this one is awful.
Yeah.
Again,
that's the Jim Burns art.
Again,
leave him alone.
I really hope Jim Burns was paid adequate royalties for the number of different editions. I quite like this big T cross.
They did it again.
I don't know why they keep doing this.
Who would buy this? No. That's
really? Is that the cover of a book?
That's so bad.
That's so poorly framed. Would you like a close-up of a sail? And they're all scaled differently.
And then they just zoomed out.
They just zoomed. Oh my goodness, that's very upsetting.
That's so bad.
George would not approve.
This one, I'm not sure what's going on here. If this is two different books or like the back and front of one.
Could be Mance Raider.
He does got a liar.
Or Rhaegar, of course.
I don't think that's Rhaegar.
Kara in the live chat says that an antlered fish is a Finnish municipality.
Well, even more the reason to go visiting random Finnish municipalities.
Yeah, well, my uncle's
I'll find it
from
on GeoGuessr one day. What the fuck is this?
Would you like a close-up of a wagon? I mean, like, it sort of vaguely fits the Feast for Crows.
Yeah, but like, it's so boring.
Remember that guy who was dying by the wagon in season 4?
Yep.
It's a bit like that.
Now this is so this is the same as the Hungarian prince.
Yeah. Well, yeah, those are gorgeous. We've talked about those.
Yeah. Now we're in Russia.
Jon Snow is so frightened that he's turned blonde.
Yeah. This looks like the cover art of a PlayStation 1 game.
I like the spooky skeleton White Walkers in the background.
Fucking hell.
This would almost work if it wasn't for Ghost being there. Like maybe it could be Waymar or something, but yeah, they've just mashed a bunch of things together, and it looks quite goofy.
God, no! They've done it again. It reminds me so deeply of the German one.
Yeah, I mean, you could generously say that it's kind of like the High Road Mountain Clansmen fight.
The Mountain Clansmen with their glorious stallions and wonderfully crafted armor.
Yeah, well, yeah, it doesn't make sense for both of them to be armored. This is just some generic stuff, isn't it?
Oh no.
I mean, start of Clash? Yeah, no. Wait,
now this is probably actually Daenerys?
Yeah, I think so.
It's not very good.
She's looking so confident and self-assured.
Like, this is not at all what Daenerys is.
Yeah, I mean, this is meant to be the House of the Undying. With all the the doorways and the magic
and
behind
she's like,
the doorways.
haha, I know exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah, Daenerys looks like such a girl boss, which she is not feeling that way when she's on a terrifying drug trip surrounded by 100-year-old monsters.
No, I wasn't feeling my best when I was in that state as well.
Yeah, well, Shade of the Evening will fuck you up.
Yeah. It's the good shit.
Okay. Is Jon Snow blonde in Russian Game of Thrones?
Has anyone here read the Russian translations, and does Jon just happen to be blonde?
Because this is
is this a clue towards his real parentage?
Oh, well, he's a Targaryen, isn't he? Sort of makes sense. Yeah, this is the second time we've seen Jon with Ghost depicted as a blonde.
In a Russian cover.
It's
the same publisher too.
Bizarre. Again, they love Ghost. I quite like the Giants, actually.
We love mammoth representation.
Yeah, I enjoy the mammoths. The Giant looks bigger than the mammoth.
The mammoth scene's fine with it.
Yeah,
I like the sky.
I think this one's actually quite kawaii, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, you'd get down to it.
What is
going on here?
Is that meant to be Brienne?
A jester in the background?
Yeah, that's the bloody mama's jester.
Oh no!
She's killing the brave companions.
So this is actually bespoke art.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why she's wearing a skull helmet. I don't recall Brienne wearing a skull helmet.
Shagwell, that's the guy's name, right?
Shagwell the Fool. And that's Timian and the other guy who she fights. Is that mist in the background? Giant moon?
Yeah, they're on top of the Yggdrasil, the world tree.
Yeah, I think I remember that bit.
Yeah. And there's a space station looming over them in the background.
Yeah. I think this would be a great cover for a different book. Like, I quite like the energy of it. But,
yeah.
It's not very Thronesy. Okay, so, well, yeah, there are a few here that we just don't even know what these are meant to be.
We can try and piece them together. So this, to me, looks like not from A Song of Ice and Fire.
Yeah.
It could be the Hound sheltering Arya, but, like, why is she... Wait, no, there's another person there.
Yeah, there's no redhead and blonde girls hanging out with an armored soldier.
But there might be in the Russian version. Well, we just learned that Jon Snow is blonde.
Are we sure these are the same books?
Can anyone read the titles in the lower right corner?
Is that meant to be Vardis Egan fighting Bronn? on horses for some reason.
Well, if so, that's pretty badass.
Yeah, it is a pretty gorgeous helmet, I've got to say. My god. And is that a war elephant in the background?
It sure is. Oh my god, that horse is stressed out.
Oh my god.
Oh man, he's having a bad trip.
Again with the spikes
Why
on the
are the
horses.
horses so spiky?
Yeah.
What are you feeding them?
This is rough.
Bold Danny. You don't see many of those.
Yeah, this might be actual Game of Thrones art. Bald Danny coming out of the red waste with the dragons towards Karth. I don't know who this. Oh, that's a Targaryen dragon on the banner.
Oh wow! So that's like, Quaro, or something like that.
I mean, it looks female to me.
Yeah, maybe it's. That's Eerie. That's what Eerie looks like in Russia.
Yeah.
And then at the end of that, I included a piece of propaganda from the White Army during the Civil War, just to compare against the art styles that we've been looking at so far. Because I think if you slip this in as one of the covers, you would not be able to tell.
I think this looks better.
Yeah, you like the White Army propaganda?
Coming out of the clouds on the horse. Just change that flag to a Lannister banner, and I could believe it. Yeah. Someone said, "Look at the well, the horse has a purple mohawk, which should not go unremarked."
He's cosplaying as a unicorn.
Love it. Flement Brax's Steve. Is that Flement Brax?
There's no way Flement Brax made it onto the Russian cover.
Actually, this helmet is also
pretty epic.
That's incredible. I love the helmets. If nothing else.
Oh, damn, thanks Russia. We're in Serbia now, and I just want you to, while we appreciate this Steve Youll art, appreciate how the word George is written in the Serbian language.
Dzords. Martin.
Yeah. So that was Steve Youll, then we're back to Jim Burns.
So I guess some of these publishers are all just using each other's art. Dio Privi, Dio Drugi.
How boring. So in Slovenia, this is really interesting to me because, first of all, this is disgusting. They've got the same art as the HarperCollins English Game of Thrones, but they've put it on a blue background with this weird texturing, and the font of the title is just appalling.
I count 4 different fonts on this cover.
No. It's so bad. How are you supposed to read that down the bottom? What the fuck is this?
This blue background, it's a photograph of a fern.
It is, and it's just been like washed in a blue filter.
Why is it a fern?
Oh no. And they've done the same thing where they've taken the object from the HarperCollins English version, and they've just fucked with it for some reason.
This one's not as bad.
Spopad Kralja.
Oh, this is weird.
So we're in Spain. No, we're in Argentina now.
There's a set that combines the Mark Simonetti art with a season 1 promo
tie-in.
photo.
Yeah.
That's weird.
I actually don't hate it.
It's inconsistent.
It is inconsistent, but I like seeing the Simonetti art like on actual printed books. Hadn't seen that before. You think we'll get away with that image?
We might get Susaned, but it's Daenerys with dragons.
There you go.
Bald, just like in A Clash of Kings.
Yeah.
That's cute.
Oh, I didn't label this one. Sorry. Was this ghost with a tiny miniaturette of Winterfell?
It's just in the background, Gladys. it's
a
far
trick of the
away.
Camera. It's a trick of the light.
No, I think this generally might just be like not well foreground, background. Yeah.
Yeah. They didn't draw their perspective lines.
I still like it though. I think Ghost is going, oh, I want to be back in the tower. It's cute. It's good. Oh my goodness.
So this is like the Spanish publication.
Enrique Corominas.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Yeah. I think I've seen some of this before.
I really like the rest of the cover as well. The author and title text.
Yeah, no,
that ties together really well. It reminds me more of a sci-fi cover than a fantasy cover,
which is appropriate.
Yeah,
I wish more adaptations and illustrations leaned into the science fictional vibes of A Song of Ice and Fire.
Is A Song of Ice and Fire secretly sci-fi?
Vulcan spaceship. Is it
he signed it.
Yeah. Korominas.
I
I like
JL
it.
with his raven.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are they doing north of the wall?
Just some generic Night's Watchman
In a
doing
Game of
Night's
Thrones.
Watchman stuff. I like John's expression. I love how worried he is and
I
how
like
angry
Ghost.
Ghost is.
Yeah.
Ghost is an absolute like Ghost has appeared.
Someone in the live chat says he's a raticate. Man.
Yeah, I could see a
I feel
hyper
Hyperfang from
Hyperfang.
Ghost.
That's a Hyperfang right there.
His quick attack.
Yeah.
That's really cool. Whoop.
Don't get seasoned.
Whoop. That it was really good though.
Yeah, that looks like
the
a
art was
beautiful
really
piece
good.
of art.
Just in case you were wondering, it's really good.
This is also really
This
good.
is really good. So this is the wildfire explosion at the Battle of the Blackwater.
That actually looks badass.
Yeah.
Like that's wallpaper.
We'll go on. This is the King's Moot.
Which looks great.
It
I
looks
guess.
awesome.
Oh yeah, that's the horn
yeah,
being
it's
blown
dragon
up
binder
there.
at the top. That's so cool.
Man, that is a thick dragon binder. That is the
He got
girthiest
them
dragon
dummy thick
binder
thighs.
I've ever seen.
I like Aaron having to sing in the background.
Well, I think he's screaming.
Nah, he's singing Country Roads.
Yeah, I love how everyone else is like totally thrown off and like in despair and horror at the sound of Dragonbinder, whereas Asher is just sort of a bit cross, but mostly just like unperturbed and looking away.
I think of all the depictions of the King's Moot I've seen, they've all been better than Game of Thrones.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we were robbed. We were robbed. The Kingsmoot scene is
It's
so good in
bad.
the books.
It's so bad in the show.
So bad in the show.
Big cock.
Oh, yeah. Well, that sucked.
Yeah,
that's just another...
you can barely see them.
We gotta
But
protect...
it's so good.
Yeah. No, I like that a lot. At the end of Book 5, when Daenerys flies off on
When
Drogon.
she yeets out.
Yeah, the famous yeet.
And
I don't know if
This is
these actually
different.
are Enrique Corominas again.
it says they are.
I like this one a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's cool. I like seeing bold Danny.
Yeah.
I like how Drogon is shielding the nips.
Yeah. Well,
Thanks, Drogon.
thanks, Drogon.
Now, this is some publisher, or these are the hardcovers. I think they just took the Corominus art and put these fucking
What?
disgusting watermarks, these terrible sleeves on the top, and they've ruined them.
What?
They are fucking disgusting.
Look, it's a bold choice to get beautiful art and then cover it up with clip art. Plus a logo.
Oh no. It's so bad.
Yeah, I and also like this like purpley color is such a weird
Why is
choice.
it like a solid? Like they did nothing.
Like it could almost work if it was maybe like a more of a gentle like slash of shape of
Yeah, if it were like translucent.
yeah, like there's ways to maybe.
But this is so bad.
My God.
We're in Sweden now, so sorry everyone. No, I nothing against Youll. We've got a few different styles, it seems.
Europeans love putting horns on helmets on Game of Thrones covers. Is that what we've learned?
Yeah, but it's because they figured out that their own history doesn't actually have any horned helmets, so they decided to compensate.
Man, looks very cross.
Yeah.
I'm very confused that they have completely different styles.
Well, there'll be different publishers.
Yeah.
Like I found 2 incomplete series.
What am I looking at? Is that a helmet with a sword through it? Sort of faded.
Yes.
And then there's a weird logo? What's this?
I don't know. Was it on the previous one? Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting.
Is that the publisher's logo? Is it like and it's flipped?
I don't know what's going on there.
Is that are those letters for?
Is that George's symbol?
Oh yeah, the M. But what's the O? It's an M and a T. What's the O?
Or what's the T?
Mort.
What?
Don't
And
like it.
that's all of them.
Oh, is that all
Is
of
that
them?
all of them? Oh, we didn't talk about the graphic novel covers, which I think are in a different folder.
Yeah, we can do that. We'll do a speed round of it. We've been doing this for 3 hours.
Have we?
Yeah.
Wow.
I think I've got...
Oh, no, I've got them. I think they're in that folder.
Well, you didn't have all of them. I have...
Oh, do you have all of them?
I think I have all of them.
Okay.
If we just go over here...
Ooh.
I feel like we don't need to do all of them.
No, and I've got like the...
Yeah, because most of these are just the same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was something different that I had in that folder.
Yeah, alright, we can... Thrilling live streaming.
Go to the English folder, I think. I think they're still in there. And there's a graphic novel folder. Yeah. There you go. Some bold Danny for you.
Yeah.
This is in German. I don't know why.
I think that may be Mike S. Miller who drew that.
I really like this one.
Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I love the bleeding tree. And like the dramatic angle of it is so cool. I like this a lot.
Beautiful. Also beautiful.
Yeah.
The red comet over Dragonstone. And like the splash of color from Melisandre's dress.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
And like the weird angle of it as well.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like the comet is throwing everything off kilter, you know? That's really cool. I think that's Magali Villeneuve.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. Stannis with Shireen. And the way that, you know, she's clutching to him and he's not holding her. Just like in the show when they do that hug awkwardly. It's interesting to not show... Oh, you can barely see Shireen's grayscale.
That is... I mean, he could have drawn it in such a way that he didn't have to do that, but
yeah,
he did it.
No, that's lovely.
This is a signed copy of Volume 1 of The Clash of Kings.
With a little Kit Harington picture.
And he looks like a Cuban revolutionary. This one's interesting.
Yeah. I think this may be Mike S. Miller, the alligator scene.
This one causes some commotion because what's going on here is this Jack and Hagar at Harrenhal when he's a Lannister guard.
Is this the alchemist face? With the hair. I think that's what the alchemist is meant to look like.
So it is him giving her the coin. But why are they in Harrenhal?
Nobody knows.
I wonder what this one is.
The Hound and Sansa.
That's a really striking depiction of the Hound's face.
Yeah, the eyeball is
and
crazy. That's like Two-Face.
Oh, that is strong.
This is one of my all-time faves. This is Mel Ruby, I think, and it's like the corpses after the Blackwater.
That's beautiful.
And it connects to like a dream, a nightmare that Tyrion has in book 2 after the battle when he's like reflecting on like, why did I send the wildfire to kill all these people? Why did I participate in this horrible battle? And yeah, I love this artwork.
That's so good.
It's just so brutal.
And we're back.
I think that's all our pictures, Gladys.
Thank God.
Which one's your favorite?
My favorite has to be the Slovenian Game of Thrones cover.
Where's the Slovenian one?
The blue one right there? That's my favorite.
The plant is weirding me out.
It's so weird.
I feel like this Enrique...
it's so beautiful.
Like, that stuff is gorgeous. I mean, the Japanese ones are pretty amazing.
The ones we started with 3 hours ago that I've completely forgotten about. I like the very first one we looked at. That one's so good.
This is the best. Yeah. This is so perfect.
It's so Cersei.
For Cersei. Like, that's incredible.
And the juxtaposition between the two of them, it's so beautiful.
That's gorgeous. And also this freaky tree with an eye.
That was a
pretty
good find.
Fun.
Yeah.
And the scary white. That's pretty cool.
That one's not as important to me.
I like it.
But Folio ones?
Yeah, actually, yeah. Some of these Folio ones.
Can you do the Feast for Crows 1? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the Dance one.
That's an S.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. I love those Folio ones. I love the Enrique Corominas. I love the Japanese ones.
Having gone through all of these, do you have any changed opinion on the Bantam covers that you know and love so much?
Well, yeah, I think these ones will just always sort of be in my head as
They're just the correct ones.
Yeah. I mean, it'll be very... Yeah, I mean, as we said, when The Winds of Winter comes out, it'll be very weird grappling with new ones.
Whatever it is.
Yeah. But, if only we could have covers as wonderful as this.
Damn. We really missed out.
If only.
What's he doing? He's so excited to see them.
Everyone comment what their favorite...
Yeah, caption this image.
yeah. Who are you in this situation?
Tag yourself. I'm the dragon. No, yeah, leave a comment to tell us which your favorites were, or least favorites.
Want to do some super chats?
I'd love to. Veronox donates 5 chuck bucks. Thank you. And leaves no comment. My favorite. Lucy with 1 chuck buck 80. Does anyone understand why I'm saying that?
I don't.
Chuck bucks?
Why is it chuck bucks?
Because it's King Charles. It's the British pound.
Okay.
He's King Chuck. It's the chuck buck.
Chuck buck.
Japanese cover of Fire and Blood is my favorite. Do you want to bring that up? Because I don't think I've seen that. Is this what is being spoken about?
Looks
Oh, wow.
Mm.
That is something.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that.
That's quite gorgeous. For sure.
So this will be... sorry for spoilers, everyone.
Yeah, we shouldn't say... We don't want to spoil House of the Dragon.
It's actually nothing. This is just made up. This appears to be like... Is it published in different volumes?
Yeah, I think there's a few different versions.
2 up there in the corner. But I get the style you're talking about, and yeah, it's awesome.
Yeah. Confirmed.
Alright. Back to stupid chats. I'm such a child. Veronox again, with 5 chuck bucks. There's a link for these cool French covers if you Google Le Trône de Fer tome covers. Okay, cool. That's the shaped ones that we paused on earlier.
Oh, yeah, I think we may have seen those.
Oh yeah, we found a few more. Nath Drum with 10 chuck bucks. Nice, yeah. Yeah, whatever you were talking about, yeah. Joshua Jacobson with $5 dues. Hey Glidus and Swift. Everyone omits the C from your name.
I can't spell my name either, so I don't blame anyone.
Just got home from work and this is a fantastic surprise after a night shift at Coles. The red one. I don't trust that. I'm glad we can help. Alessandro Udrea with the €2.50. Have you seen the Italian covers? Love your content. We did find some Italian covers. Man, it really feels like a lot when you scroll them like that. They were terrible.
Yeah, not gonna lie, those were our least favorite.
Yep, they're fucking awful.
But maybe there are some other good Italian covers. I don't know.
Hopefully. That name I'm not going to try again. That's a large number. I'm not sure what the currency translates to though. Glimbish should buy the Winds of Winter version Folio to eat. Would make a nice fancy dinner. True, perhaps I will do that. Sounds good. No piano blocked and reported from Kirky Novak. Yeah, sorry. Raphael Ambrosius Costo with 5 freedom bucks. Wait, is that... It doesn't specify. When it doesn't specify, I assume it's US, right?
That's just the eternal buck.
The default dollar. I live for increasingly niche Song of Ice and Fire content. Can you guys analyze the font choices next? We kind of got into that.
If you're talking about increasingly niche,
strap yourself in.
We've got some plans for the next live stream.
Big things coming. Cordis Die with 450 chuck bucks. Oh, also one more thing. Can you tell me something to add to my own fantasy books? I will sneak some cryptic reference to you if you do. Oh, jeez.
House Swiftex with the antlered
subtle reference
fish. That's me. I will be honored if you would include that in your fantasy books, Cordis Die.
If you have a character who you know how J.K. Rowling slipped the phrase Harry picked it from his pocket into the books so that Stephen Fry would stumble over it when reading the audiobooks.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Is Stephen Fry having trouble with those kinds of...
He did have trouble with
like
that
a
particular
stutter or
phrase.
something?
Yeah.
Harry Potter picked a pocket.
So I was thinking of like, I don't know, making a stupid phrase that a character says on occasion. I'll get back to you. I probably won't, but think of something like that. That's your homework. Mason Daly with 5 ducks crossing the road. Waking up to find my 2 favorite rapscallions talking about eating books. What a way to start. What a start to this Thursday for a Bostonian. Is it Thursday in Boston at the moment?
Look, I never committed to eating a book. Glidus will eat the book if it comes out.
Num 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 num.
That's the deal.
Oh no, I'll eat it even if it doesn't come out. Cutie Cat with $5 dues.
Glidus, will you eat Preston's wins?
Oh, that's a good idea. I'll ask him if he's okay with that.
Yeah.
I love you guys, especially as the content is becoming increasingly niched. Everyone seems to be commenting on that. It's weird. Will you be reviewing George R. R. Martin's Suspender collection next? I think first we're going to talk about the hats, but we'll add that to the list.
How strange that people think it's strange that we just spent 3 hours looking at the covers of a book.
It's so bad. This is so bad.
Thanks for the super chat from Philosophia, who says, still waiting anxiously for the Glidus and Swift weekly podcast.
What do you mean? The Millie Alcock's Nose podcast has been on a frequent weekly schedule for the past 6 months.
Thanks for the super chat from Felix and from the Interesting Nerd Club, who says, if Papyrus is good enough for James Cameron, it's good enough for me. Does James Cameron use Papyrus?
I want you to look up the Avatar logo right now.
Is Avatar just Papyrus?
I want you to look it up right now.
Oh, no!
It's
in Avatar 2?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like barely modified Papyrus.
That's a bold choice.
Yeah. Amber Gonzalez says, I'm going to be haunted by French Stannis for the rest of my life.
Sad wee wee.
We talked about what Kara said earlier. Thank you, Kara, for telling us that there was an antlered fish in a Finnish municipality.
Thank you, Prince Frostburn, who says, wasn't one of the shields the Malister Eagle? It's indigo, so it can be any colour at once.
That's true. Indigo can be any colour. That's actually an incredibly niche reference to one of my videos. Like, I'm impressed by how couched that reference is.
Is that a Glidus reference?
Yeah, it is.
Indigo can be any colour?
Yeah.
Which video?
I think it was House of the Dragon episode 2. Because if you look up depictions of House Malister, it's very inconsistent on what indigo means.
Yeah, that's what. If you Google indigo, you get a lot of weird results.
Exactly. Indigo can be any color. And I think I even changed. Yeah, I did. I color changed a Malister shield or banner from Game of Thrones to be like green. Because indigo can be any color. Yalchak says, as an Aussie, I can only imagine how weird your sleep schedules must be to make this happen. I mean, it was weird to begin with. Respect to the Glim and the Alt. Anyway, gotta go work in the morning. Xoxo.
Bonzo.
Oh, those are hugs and kisses. Cute.
I thought that was his name.
Xoxo.
Thank you for the super chat from Radnej, who says that Slovenian cover is so bad it's offensive. What you say?
It's offensive.
It's offensive. He did a pun. Oh no.
Another one.
Oh no. I have another bastard. Yeah. You found me.
2 Canuck bucks from Alt Swift Snow. Although there's no C in the name, so maybe he's not yours.
Yeah, I don't look. Unless you got a birth certificate, you can't prove that I'm the father. I'm
Paternity
afraid.
test.
I will not submit to a paternity test. I'm sorry. But good luck. Thanks for the super chat from Hubert, who says, search some words.
Some Polish-looking words.
Thanks for the super chat from Berkeley, who says, love your Ulshrift and Glidus. You should review whether or not I should get Dunkin' Donuts on my way to work.
Oh, is there anything else? I don't think I've ever had Dunkin' Donuts.
Are you going to share the Dunkin' Donuts with your colleagues, or are you going to eat it in front of them in a move of passive aggression? Because I approve either way.
Things to consider.
Things to consider.
Is this what Hubert told us to look up?
Yeah, it's a cool cover.
Is that like the Hedge Knight or the Tales of Dunk and Egg?
Yeah, I think it's the Hedge Knight. Thanks for the super chat from Hoyd, who says, "Are all of the Bliss takes secretly already finished and are just on an automatic schedule to release themselves?"
I don't know why you'd think I would tell you one way or the other.
Yeah, if Gladys had secretly finished them all already, he wouldn't tell you.
When George commented on that theory about him having already finished Winds of Winter, and he's like, "Why? No, I want this book done. I want it out of my head."
Yeah.
Not to compare myself to the most successful fantasy author of the past generation, but
I've never seen them in the same room.
Dothraki.
Folks, I think we're gonna wrap this stream up.
I just want to make sure that the YouTube super chats all got caught by that, because I'm not convinced.
Yeah, I think that they are.
Okay. I hope so. I just don't want to leave anyone on the cutting room floor. All right, cool. All good.
Cool. Guys, thank you so much. I hope that you enjoyed suffering through some of these covers as much as we did. Some of them were gorgeous, though.
Yeah.
Honestly, just the Japanese ones are amazing. Look at Arya. Look at Harrenhal.
It's so good.
My God. We're going to do more live streams on my channel, AllShiftX, and on
this channel.
The Gladys channel.
Gladys.
Subscribe, press like, comment your favorite and least favorite artwork,
and most middling,
and maybe draw your own A Song of Ice and Fire cover in MS Paint and tweet it to us, and we'll tell you which one is.
What have you done to my mentions?
Tweet at Glidus your best crayon drawing of A Feast for Crows.
That actually does sound really good. And hey, if we missed any noteworthy covers that you're aware of, please let us know.
Yeah, I think Glidus might actually now be the foremost scholar on weird international.
I doubt that.
well, I mean, your collection is a lot better than George Martin's website.
True.
So,
True, I did scroll through 6 whole Reddit threads.
You've cleared that bar. So yeah, tweet us covers, draw some, Photoshop something bad. Thanks for the super chat from Berkeley, who says sheer aggressive donut eating. And oh no, I've got another pass. Super chat from Alt-Swift Flowers.
You've been around the flowers now.
Look, I did the 8, but that was a long time ago. And no one can prove anything.
I can't believe that Robert Baratheon asked Barristan Selmy if he had made the 8. It's Barristan Selmy.
But he's Robert Baratheon, of course he would.
Fucking hell.
Amazing.
Get it together, Robert.
Guys, thank you so much for watching. Have fun. Have you got something to say, Gladys?
I always do this thing where I like to end the stream while I'm in the middle of a sentence. So if you could do that for me right now, that'd be really good. So I'll just keep talking until you hit that button. Please hit the button. Please hit the button.